My homies, I have a very important announcement to make. I found a better random transmog add-on. At least I think I have, right? I'm very excited. I'm just trying this out now, so I'm like, oh my god. Anyway. What is up, everyone? This is Coffee with Soul. I'm your host. Yeah, I got it. Ooh, 4 shots today, baby. I'm your host. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk. And I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's loots were merry. We're gonna stretch. I just hydrated. It just happened to be with coffee. So, and now we're gonna hit the button. So there's this add-on called, what is it called again? Random Mog. One word, Random Mog. It's on CurseForge right now. And this does basically everything that I want, but also it's like kind of fixed. So what I've been using, there are 2 add-ons that I've been using for years. Transmog Roulette, and then more recently Better Wardrobe and Transmog, and their random buttons work like this, where you hit the button and then you see like the random stuff and, you know, whatever. The one flaw with both of those add-ons is that if you wanted to separate the shoulders, it wouldn't do it. It would always lock one in, which is like lame. Oh god. Ew. It would always do that, and that would be, you know, that's always like kind of a bummer. So this random mog thing, it does everything, and it'll even do a weapon enchant as well. As long as you just check the box, then it'll do it. And then, of course, in this case, you can't do it with a shield, but if you happen to be a dual wielder, then you'll be able to do weapon enchant on both things, which is pretty awesome. So I'm pretty excited about that. So you hit the button, and then just like anything else, it will sort of change it. Okay, it's not doing it every time. I hit it again. Boom. Okay, it seems to be struggling. It seems to like want to do it, but it doesn't see. Okay, actually, let me turn off the other things, because I don't know if that's causing like conflicts or whatnot. Do I have roulette on? Okay, I don't. Like, just as I was warming up stream while we're on the waiting screen, I'm like hitting the button, like doing it a couple times, so maybe it gets tired after a while. Like, this seems like a kind of a new add-on, so this might still need some polish and all that. Anyway, let me say hi to people real quick. We're saying hi to Arumas, you're the first person to say hi. What's up? What's up to Corrupted Dreams, to Arcadius and Darth, to Pug and Grim, and a Puddle Jumper, and Grim again. One on YouTube, one on cool, I'll take it. Thank you guys. And we're just gonna be chilling, hanging out, vibing, whatever. I'll even turn game sounds on for a change. So let's try this again. So here we are. I'll close that. So here we are. I'll hit the random button, and the expectation is that everything will change. So, boop. Okay, so everything did change, including the shoulder things, which is cool, and this is awful. So I did notice if I hit the button too many times at once, it's going to like kind of freak out. So I'll hit it like 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it'll just kind of like go nuts, but it'll eventually do it. So maybe what I should do is just like spam click it, just to like make sure it happens. So boom, 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 boom. Just to make sure that a change happens. I do notice as well, like there's like this kind of lag whenever it does it. Like I'll hit it and then it feels like it's like struggling to change everything. So I think it just needs to get cleaned up. I'm sure. I'm hoping that. Oh God. I'm hoping that it gets worked on. But no, this is how endgame transmog looks like. Just so you know, in case you don't. This is how it works. But this is cool though. I really like that it does the enchant, and of course the shoulder thing just feels like it's been something that needed to be fixed, or something that someone needed to figure out, because I don't know how to do this stuff. So anyway, from the top, we're doing a roulette. Let's go. 5 clicks. Boo, 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 boo. Yes. 1,200 gold. So, all right. So like I said, I hope everyone's doing well. Last night's raid, I didn't really get to take a look at how that went. We smashed, though. We crushed the place. The one thing that I was kind of focused on most of the night was me trying to figure out which trinket I want to use. So let's do Soul Hunters. How did I do? I don't know what I kept switching between different trinkets depending on the fight, because I just want to find a new trinket to sit on, because I'm just not happy with anything right now. So healing. So I was using, for this fight, I don't even see what I was using. Okay, I was using the tome thing, which is like all the way down there. That sucks. That's lame. Yeah, that's a lame. And then here up top, second place is the Delve Trinket, of all things. So the Delve Trinket has been working out very well. But that stupid Fractalist trinket just hasn't dropped. I checked Raid Finder, I checked normal, we did heroic, nothing. So sad song. And then who got boots yesterday? One pair of plate boots dropped. It went to, I forget, someone who didn't deserve it though. But then so that was Soul Hunters, and then the Delve Trinket definitely shines because that's a multi-target fight. So here's a single target. So here, what did I use? I still used the Ward, which is doing a little bit better. Ether Gauze still does better. Ethereal Energy is down there, but it would probably be like my number 3, maybe my number 2 once I get boots. If I happen to get heroic boots, that'd be great, but I'll settle for anything. Which kind of sucks because, I'll subject myself to the whole, okay, if I at least have a version of something, I'm not going to get an upgrade or whatnot until I at least make sure that everyone has some version of it. So knowing me, like, I'll get like the Raid Finder version of the boots, which is like shit. But then I'm going to lock myself out from getting the heroic version. And that's what I push onto other people too, because I'm like, I'm not going to, to me, that's kind of scummy to get an upgrade for a version of an item I want while someone else who doesn't have it still doesn't have it. Like, that's fucked up. I'd rather let them have the heroic version or whatever while I just bum on this like Raid Finder version, and then I'll just deal with it later. Good morning, Nan. Anyway, want the boots someday. The tank trinket I'm not as worried about. I do want that more. I feel like that's like what I'm like missing. So very sad. Let's see what else. What's another fight to pay attention to? Lumathar. How'd I do on that one? What did I use here? I used Swarm Lords for this one. So I used the Season 1 trinket for this fight. And this one does better. It's a haste trinket. It does a bubble. It's not bad. I don't think I used the sprite, the mana sprite, the healing trinket that I usually use. Lightbearer did a lot. I think that's because I was doing more tanking here. So that's not a good fight. Plexus might be okay. So here I use Swarm Lords again. This time it sucked. It was pretty far down there. Cersei Circlet for the for the raid healing, that helps. I mean, last night we did better, and we were doing attempts on Saldahar. I finally got footage this time, and I think I figured out how to do the fight. So I'll be sharing that with Raid, and we'll have a strat. Ready. Yeah, let me see just what my numbers were. For healing. So healing. So that was 99, whatever, 99, whatever, To me, like 100 is good, 99 is just like okay. That's where we're at now. Those are my standards. If it's 98, then it's like, oh, I did something bad. Okay, here we go. Number 2 in the planet. No, I'm sorry. Number 13. This is Lumathar. But then again, that's me tanking more, so that's not fair. Rank 8, that's pretty good. Yeah. And I'm gearing down for this one. I'm just like, I'm experimenting with stuff. I'm trying to figure things out. Let's see how normal looks. Normal's kind of unfair, though. So, 99. Oh, let's see if I can get some work in. Come on, give me some 100s. Lumathar's not, that's not a fair, it's not a fair one. Okay, here we go. 100 on Nexus King. That's not bad. How did I manage that? Like, there's not a lot that goes on in that fight, and it's short. It's a really short fight. Let's see, how long was it? Not even 3 minutes. So how did I get, what is it that made me get 100 for that? Was I taking extra? Oh, I think I was standing and everything. Yeah, I think I padded a little bit. Because I was like standing in like extra tank mechanics. I'm like, alright, let's go. Alright, Zuka. How much you gonna hook me up with? 1,000. Can't complain. Oh man, last night before raid, some dude on the other faction, they're like, yo, anyone can make something? I'm like, I can make something. Let's go. 10k tip. 10k. Not bad, man. Not bad. Okay, so how else did we do? Oh. All right. So that one is 99, whatever. Soul Hunters. Come on. This has got to be good. Okay, so top for my item level, rank 5. That's pretty good. Cool. Did I sell the BOE? I don't know if it's sold yet. I haven't checked my mail, but I posted it. Yeah. I think I saw it for like 50k or something like that. So I hope it goes. Oh, how did I do in Forge Weaver? 99. Okay, forgettable. Soulbinder. Also did really well there. Yeah, Soulbinder I tend to do pretty good, mostly because, I think it's mostly because of the trinket. So like if I look at Soulbinder again, and then we look at the actual fighting. Did he post? Did he let me make his sword but not the shield? Is that what happened? Sheesh. What a goofball. Okay, so here I used Mana Sprite. Alright, so Mana Sprite, that was number 4. That's pretty good. So here's like all the external healing things that I'm using. Cersei Circlet, Mana Sprite, and the Delve belt. So between these three items, that's like top healing. Or most of my healing, more of my healing is done. No, that's not true. Most of my healing is on myself, but a pretty significant amount of the healing will go externally. I pick up some of this stuff. Some of the healing will go to me, but like not all of it. And then like the actual healing from people's was, how many do we have? We had 3 healers for that one. How many people do we have? I think we had like 20 something. No count there, but yeah, like 20 some people. So it was pretty good. I feel kind of, so I think I should be like somewhere down here. I should be doing like half, and then the healers would be able to shine a lot more. They would be well into the blue parses, maybe purples. So I feel kind of bad. Anyway. So what's going to be on my transmog menu today? It's been a while. I haven't been doing transmog stuff in a while. It looks like that thing did not sell yet. We'll see. We'll see if it sells eventually. Let's first take a look at. Oh, I know where to look. Shoot. Let's see if. Let's look again at how Dragon Isle's world quests are looking, because I'm still hoping to easily see a shield available as a world quest, but nope, don't see those. So I think I'll have to like go there and like take a look. For normals, healers should almost be getting purple. No, they won't, because we're not taking enough damage. Straight up, fights are too short. And well, it depends. Like if we're two healing, then they would do better. If we're two healing like 20 people, that's kind of pushing it. But then they'd be able to like do more stuff. But yeah, if we're smashing and we're not standing and stuff, then it's not going to go so great. Healing meters are just, you know, that's how healing works. Like healers shine when people are taking damage. If no one's taking damage, then it's not going to work out. Oh, they should be getting damage parses. Okay, well, I don't give a shit about what they do there. Yeah. I mean, that's up to them. That's their entertainment. So. Alright, so I'm going to go look at the dailies. There's such a low chance for these dailies to give actual gear, and I haven't seen them give like a shield. But that's like one of the few things that I come back here for, just to see if there's a shield. Yoo-hoo. Okay, not you. Nope. And nope. And no. I think, let's see, is that the dragon thing is going to start soon, I think, right? 8 minutes. Yeah, we'll go. Nothing else to do, or nothing else to get my attention right now, so I might as well go for this. Yeah, last night was good. We smashed it. You know what's funny? I did not turn in. So I thought that I got the raid buff, but I didn't. I got a quest to turn it in, like when I logged in this morning. I'm like, wait, so I never had it. So I could have done even better. Curses. All right. So I'll be here by my lonesome. I don't care how lazy the dwarves are, the legions defeat the rise and fall of the 3 Horde war chiefs and the entirety of the Age of Mortals past, and they still haven't fixed Stone Rot Dam. Or should I feel bad for the mechanomes? Not mechanomes, for the gnomes who still don't have a home? Now think about it. Like, I know that this is a video game with magic and it's fictional and all that stuff, but you know, making a dam is pretty hard work. You know, that's a huge public works project, man. That's the kind of thing that takes like how long okay, I want to look this up now. How long did it take to build the Hoover Dam? Maybe that's a big comparison to make. So that took 5 years. You know, never mind. Yeah, dwarves, come on, man. Hurry up. That's crazy. 5 years. That sounds like, it feels like something of that scale would take a whole lot more, but you know, just throwing bodies at it. I think every week we put up to what we were in the previous week, keeping it with normal. Because, oh yeah, no, we've been really on schedule on that. So I've been very happy with how that went. It's kind of weird because like we're still doing normal for the sake of getting like the boots and mostly the boots. I'm there for the trinket, and the boots, I guess. But getting the boots would be nice as well. What am I doing in Dragonflight? I'm going to do the Siege of Dragonbane Keep in the hopes that the loot chest will give me a shield. That is like one of the few things that I have left to get. I only have this many shields left, and this is the one that I hope to get someday. Someday. How does the skip work? I have no idea. But I know that you skip all the way to Saldahar, and you can't backtrack. So if we did want to like skip bosses or whatnot, but only like cherry pick, we'd need to use a raid save, and that's it. So. Vale of Eternal Blossoms was shock corrupted and Hollow Fall Arathi built the priory within 10 while being besieged by Cobus and Nubians. That is crazy. Like building a whole cathedral all the way up there. It's like, why'd you do that? Hubris, you know, human potential, something. How am I doing today, Lewis? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Last night we had a good raid. Today I'm going for like doing some transmog hunting and hoping for the best. I need the back transmog and the Hearthstone too. There's that as well. Yeah. So there's the Hearthstone from Dimensius. I did get that, so yeah. Yeah, but there's the back transmog, and yeah, I think those are like the big things, right? Because I think there's only one Hearthstone. Thank you for the good lucks. Cleaning up Old God residue is much harder than construction. Still, like Deathwing cast a curse on the dam or enrage the element. Oh, is that what happened? I thought it was just busted, not that there was bonus damage, like, you know, old god corrupty stuff. So you're telling me I need to get an alt save for Demon Hunter boss first? No, I don't. Because, like Darth said, people want to get the cloak too. I want to get it. You know, and doing both the normal and heroic clear, that'll get us those a little bit faster. So why not? No, I'm not going to do it on stream. I'm going to go through and see like who's still missing boots. What's funny is that I remember now, it was Creator, our most geared dude in guild. He's the one that won the heroic boots, I believe. And I was like, oh, he still needs boots, and I looked, and he has crafted boots. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I guess he has nothing else to craft. But I'm assuming that he's going to be using those now. So, no, the cloak won't take us long. Like that's like a quick trip. But going through the motions of everything else, it's not so bad either. And we're otherwise, once we defeat what's his name, Saldahar, that one time, we can, you know, if we want to, like, okay guys, we have most of the gear that we want, even from like heroic or whatever, you know, we can skip if we want to. What's my opinion on Blizzard's war on add-ons? It's not a war. You know, there's like, you know, they're pushing stuff, they're making compromises, they're trying to make stuff internal. I don't see it as a war. That asserts that someone's losing. So, yeah. I think they're pushed towards creating their own internal stuff. I think it's good. Because one, it creates this kind of like this standard for, you know, things like damage add-ons and raid alerts and that sort of stuff. Now there's going to be like a certain standard. You know, they're fixing their internal API so it can suit that for all users. But also, and this is less talked about, you know, they're trying to, and we'll see how this works out. They're trying to change encounter design to suit not having to feel dependent on certain kinds of add-ons and alerts and things like that. But there's going to be some growing pains. You know, people, you know, high-end gamers are going to bitch really loud, and the rest of us are going to be like, we won't know what they're talking about. but it'll also mean that we don't really need to feel dependent on add-ons. I hope that there's just a good bit of customization for like the most important bits. I don't need to know, like, I don't need to know damage taken and then have like all the graphs on, you know, raid damage taken from this event. I don't need to know all that data, but you know, just to get started, I want to know who did the damage, who did the healing, and probably who did the dispels. that's probably another big one. Or the kicks. There you go. Dispels and kicks. Those are the kind of those are, I think, the most important things that I'd want to have tracked. But we don't need like everything here. But I hope that add-ons will still work and continue to support that anyway. Where's the thing? No, that's Grand Hunts. Yeah, where's the thing? Yeah, it didn't start yet, right? I think there's supposed to be like, there's supposed to be a dude yelling that, hey, it's gonna, hey, yeah, there's no one here. Whoa, hey. Did I miss something? I know it hasn't started yet. Yeah, I even made a marker there. Here, let me leave the zone real quick, because now I'm like, huh. It might not be that week's event. No, it always comes up. It comes up every like hour and some change. And I was just mousing over the icons to say like, oh, there's like 8 minutes left. I could do that. But now it's like not there. What the fuck? Yeah, it's like gone. I'm puzzled. Well, no transmog for me, I suppose. Oh, so where else can I check for shields? Okay, so Raid Finder, Raid Finder version of that. So this drops off of who? This drops off of Soul Hunters, which I just did. Wow, okay, so not that one. And then otherwise, the Mythic one I'm on my way to getting because I have a heroic version, I think. And then it's just Gladiator shit. Try War Mode? I think by the time I do War Mode and come back, I think it might be over already. But yeah, let me take a look, Goose. Let's see. Yeah, because I usually see like there's supposed to be like a server kind of notification where they yell, "Oh, the thing's gonna happen soon," but I didn't hear that. Or maybe you just hear it here in town. So yeah, I don't see it there. So go to War Mode. See what happens there, and don't see it. It got canceled. They're like, you know what? We're not going to do it. Never mind. But while I'm here, let me double check. Shield? No, I don't see a shield. Just all sadness. All right. All right, back to collections. Okay. Yeah, aside from this one, it's just War Mode stuff. What's the brawl this week again? Hacked House. Wow. So I gotta get 2500 Conquest. Which I hate farming for. God, I hate farming for Conquest. It's such a grind. But my best bet really would be just doing the random BGs. You know, just do it each. I really should just do it each day, and then just get it out. Oh wait, do I have some already? I guess I did a brawl at some point. So where is it? PvP. Oh, I do have a little bit. I got started. Okay, that's not so bad. You know, maybe I'll keep for PvP stuff. Yeah. Best way to get conquest is crate farming raids. I hate crate farming. I'd much, yeah. Comstop October 14th. Okay, there's that. That'll help. Do you need more dotty runs for shield chances? No, well, I already did one yesterday. And I only care about doing it on my... Shoot, how would I do it? I would do it on like I have a warrior, I have a shaman. But no, I'm in no rush. Yeah. You can get 200 conquests from Warden Grass when they kill 10 enemy quests. You can find. Oh yeah, there's that one. That's like the best one. How often does that? Is that like a weekly thing? Right? Is that a weekly thing? The red PvP shield is elite. Yeah, so I'm not going to get all of them. But there is... Here, I'll just head back home. I'm afraid they're going to put Marks of Honor... They're going to gut Marks of Honor when they rework Comstomp. I'm wondering about that, too. I mean, it's going to be... I mean, it's going to be nice that there's going to be a way to, like, train people. But I hope that they do something about preserving, like, the conquest you get from it. Because otherwise, that'll be sad. I know that I would not do Comstomp stuff if there's no conquest in it. Season 3 Paladin Elite looks like it can mix match LFR Hearthfire. I do like how things tend to mesh a little bit together with like the colors and stuff. Okay, so here's the shields. So, okay, it's just the one shield, right? And then the other one is like the conquest one. Yeah, so there's that. Sorry again for being quiet last night. Are you feeling better? And spam click. Woo! Dude! Okay, that's good. That's pretty good. With the flaming hook. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Only reason I PvP is for Transmog, which means Solo Shuffle has to suffer my noobness, still 2100 rating. Damn, 2100. Nice. I'd say if you can hit 2100, you're not a noob. You know a little bit, right? Alright, let's see how we do with my... Oh, no, I do have PvP gear. Hold on. I do have PvP gear somewhere. Hopefully I can still change it while I'm in here. Because otherwise I'll be like in trouble. Alright, cool. Alright. Oh, we're like, this thing is like over. Shit. Oh, okay. Well, let's pretend to do our best. Just looking up sieges every 2 hours and almost an hour left before it starts. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why. Maybe it was an add-on that was fooling me into thinking that, oh yeah, it's going to be up pretty soon. But it's not. What? Oh. My throat was filling off and I was worried about losing my voice. Oh, that's me too. Can't stream if I can't talk. Oh, well, that's not true. Not necessarily. When the time comes. When the time comes, and player housing's the thing, if I'm like feeling under the weather, I'll just turn off the camera. I'll be like, oh, sorry guys, I'm just not going to talk, but I'm just going to be basically playing with Legos all day. This is going to be a drag. This is going to be a slow death. No, you're fine, dude. It's usually me that does the talking and call outs and stuff anyway, so and then for things that I don't know for sure, Mort tends to take care of all that. This guy really wants to be killed. Sheesh, dude. Yeah, jumping into these when it's mid-game is really distressing. Good morning, Dick. It's going good. Well, I'm doing BGs now, so it's not going to be that great, but it's otherwise going pretty good. All mid, says chat. All mid. So we can all just die together. Got it. A couple here where he used the call for assistance in a soul taunt situation. Maybe. But we still one-shot most everything, so we're fine. We're fine. I know how you feel though. Like going through that 1 week where I could do nothing but type and do pings, that sucked. It really sucked because I wanted to be like I wanted to be like, Grim, why are you moving the boss? Don't move the boss, let the knockback do it. Ah. And I'm like typing it, yeah, don't do that, blah, blah, blah. And then what happens the next? Well, he's still doing it. He didn't see chat. Fuck. So, yeah, not having your voice sucks. Not just you, it's me, doing call outs for like other things or trying to talk up the strats. I'm like, okay, we could do this, we could do that. It sucks. Tomorrow will be interesting though. I'm gonna be interested to see like how well we can pull off like the strat, because I think I have it figured out. Like the whole thing with like laying down them stars, because I was looking at the footage to see how it works. I'm like, oh, mind blown. I understand now. So I think that'll help. Oh, help! Everything's killing me. No, I'm just gonna keep chasing you. Ah! Oh, my gear is so lame though. I think I just have like crafted stuff. Oh. Bought the $30 set and just now the Epic Edition of Midnight. I now have several tunes at 0 gold. Well, at least it doesn't sound like you spent money. So that's cool. It's part of the beauty of WoW. Still butthurt we never got Sethrak. Would our Sethrak really like a good fit? Is there like I've long been a proponent of stop doing new races, just focus on what we have, and just deal with it. But is there an actual like, hey, here's a reason why the Sethrak really want to fight for Azeroth? Because I am not knowledgeable of that. Salad bar will die. That's the worst. That's the worst name. Had to take gold from tunes I don't want to. Most of the gold came from tunes I rarely play. I know, I feel bad because like I had I needed to get a whole bunch of resources from my other account, and my other account just barely had enough gold for a token. Barely enough. So like my other account is pretty drained of gold, but I have everything I want, and yeah, so someday we'll get back to someday I'll dual box again, but at the moment I just haven't had much of a need to, which is cool. That saves me a lot of gold or money or whatever. I called the last guy Dimbag. I called the last guy the last boss. I I stopped trying. Okay, there's no way that will win, right? Like, we haven't had the boat. We just have like these two guys, and they're gonna get vape real quick. Oh wait, why are my fire effects looking like that? Oh, because I was trying to do Kaiveza the other day. That's right. What can I turn up? AA, I think. I'll do like that. And then maybe it'll look a little bit better. Just a little bit. Oh, there goes one. What do the Heron even offer to the table that we don't already have with the Night Elves and Zandalari? I mean, in that case, the story still needs to be... More story needs to be told for them. So, it's kind of the same thing as the Earthen. Well, what did the Earthen have to offer? And then we played through it, and I'm like, okay, there we go. So, like, we may not agree with the story, but as soon as the story's written, that's really all it takes. I'm still just like... I would rather not see... I'd rather not make it feel like, okay, we have to introduce this race, like, now. You know, maybe you could wait until we see, until, like, X many number of years go by. And then it's like, okay, now we'll introduce them as a playable race. They're another flavor of elf and troll people. We talked about this last week a little bit. That there are only so many indigenous races to Azeroth that, you know, some sort of elf troll sort of thing, that's like, that, you know, collectively, they make up the majority of races. Now, I think maybe that's where people come from, where they're like, oh, well, I want to see some of the mongrel races. Like, give me freaking, gnolls, you know, or kobolds, make them a playable race, or something like that. Maybe that could be a thing. Preferably not. Henry gives me a new druid. There's that too. That's a plus. People want that. There's trolls, failed titan constructs, and Tauren. And Pandarin. Pandarin aren't some different thing, right? Oh, what's this? Flame turret, napalm? I'm not knowledgeable. Oh, okay, this thing. Okay, that doesn't do anything though. Ow, fire! Ow, 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 ow. Dementius is hard to spell correctly. I think during the Race to World First, I think someone was saying, oh, so how should we refer to Dementius? And people thought up different things. My idea was Jesus. Because, like, Daddy D, that's already kind of taken. But Jesus would have been my thing. Oh, well. So there's an old primordial version of the Taurens and all the other cow races. Could be. That'd be kind of cool. And then proto-dragons, those are technically indigenous to Azeroth. The aspects and whatnot, you know, like they're still dragons and all that, but they were like strongly influenced and all. So there's that to consider. Geeking out on the Epic Edition of Midnight. Nice. I'm wondering when are they going to do the what's it called? Collector's Edition. That's not being sold yet. Okay, we still haven't lost yet. Come on. Put me out of my misery here, guys. Where's the wall at? Oh, it's like not even it's like barely a fourth in. All mid bomb? Mid? Are you insane? Who goes for the front? Pre-maids who are trying to send the message, they go through the front gate. These guys are nuts. I'm talking about the playable races, right? And then the walrus people. I just want, like, if I had to choose between another race and getting these fucking eyebrows trimmed, give me to fix them eyebrows, you know? I really would prefer to just see more customizations for the existing races. You know, give me that. Give me a proper visage form for evokers. Like that would be sick. Or for Drakthir. That'd be awesome. I very, very much think that should be a thing. I'd rather see that than a new race. Another new race. We can tell the story of a race without having to make them a playable thing. It's not like super necessary. Nerubians have more than enough justification for becoming playable. Revenge against Altath for manipulating them, just like how the old gods once did. I just want to play as an ascended Nerubian. But then that's getting vengeance against Xalatath. But that's not, hey, I want to fight with you in the defense of Azeroth. They don't seem to be that. They don't seem to have that kind of grander motivation. You know, we didn't see like some ascended Nerubian be like, you know what, you guys inspire me. I think I want to fight alongside you guys. At least I didn't get that vibe. I want playable Vrykul. That is a human, yes. Now, in fairness, I think a playable Vrykul or a Valajar, I think that's an awesome idea for an allied race. Or for a neutral kind of race. And what's funny is that they don't really need a story. It's just like, okay, they just want to go fight something. You know, and Odin was like, hey, go ahead and go fight. Have fun. And then tell me all about it when you die. And they're like, okay, and that's it. That's the storyline. And there doesn't need to be anything else. they can be very one-dimensional. And I'd be cool with that. I'd be very cool with that. Nerubians fought a civil war. Many of them were ascended that slowly broke away from Xalatath's second control, as seen in Children's Week. Okay, why is the thing obsessed with me being in? Oh, we're dead. Yay! Freedom soon. No! Yeah, doing BGs is not my idea of fun while streaming. I'd rather run old shit. Yeah, remix needs to come, man. And I will attack that thing. I've been pretty bad at looking at comments in the past few videos. I finally took a look and, whoo, man, people are salty still about the remix. Lots of chatter or lots of folks being like, oh, this feels like such a job. I'm like, oh, that kind of rhetoric. And I feel bad for those folks that look at WoW like it's a job. You know, my opinion, or my observation, like those folks who look at WoW as a job, like they decide to do that, unfortunately. And they decide to do that because, one, they're largely like just not having, fun, but then they look at those things as they're looking at WoW not as a video game, but like a series of obligations to fulfill. And that is what I think makes it start feeling like a job. What I do is a job because I'm jumping into the PTR, getting information, blah, 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 sharing it with you guys. And aside from money, I don't get anything out of it. So that's how I see WoW as like the job, because I'm not getting anything for my character and whatnot. I'm just getting like the knowledge and so on and so forth. But like, my advice to people always is to find the happy stuff. You know, find the things that bring you joy in WoW, in this video game or whatever. And if you don't see it, then just don't do that. But I think people are having a hard time decoupling themselves from not making it feel like an obligation, something that they have to do. Oh, I got to get that +1 or else, then I feel really bad. Or, you know, something FOMO. To me, those are phenomena that it's really hard to let go of those things, but it's just unhealthy player behavior, in my opinion. And now we're going to farm for transmog, because I got to get that +1. Let's go, hypocrite. Yeah. All right. So maybe not shields. Shields might not be like the thing to do. Ooh, delve stuff. Ooh, am I still missing any delve appearances? Let's see. Hell, and there's a lot of potential meta achievement stuff that I still haven't done. Some of it's kind of easy too. So like, okay, here's the thing that I'm missing. So let's get that. Hey, look at that. I finished the thing. Okay, and I still need to do more of these. I'm still pretty far behind. Like a lot of folks, I've noticed that more and more folks are finishing the delve track. So I still have 1, 2, oh, okay, this is pretty much there. So I have 2 more milestones to hit. So I'll get there eventually. I don't need to grind that out. Anything here that I need? Not that. I have one of those, and I think I got... Okay, that's... Okay, so I have the plate one. That's all that matters. I have this one. Cool. That's it. I got everything I want. Cool. So I'll leave those alone for now. That's done. Now, what other potential meta things might I need to do? I still haven't done all these. I wonder if these will... Yeah, this might count towards it. Yeah, this might count towards it. So find and open all sturdy chests hidden in excavation site. Oh, you know, I think it depends on the story. So I'll have to wait on that. Seen a ton of season 3 delve achievements popping. Yeah, a lot of people are like sporting the brand Morpher, which is special, which is nice and special. But what are some other ones that I would need to that I should consider doing? I think there's like some Siren Isle stuff that I'm still missing too. That might be a good idea to do. I have a feeling that most ecological succession stuff I should take care of. So ensure all the creatures in the oasis are fully integrated into the ecosystem. I don't know how to do that. Let's find out. Looking to restart archaeology. It's been 3 expansions already. I don't want it to go the way of first aid. I really didn't like archaeology though. Like I still haven't finished a lot of that stuff. To me, it was very... Didn't feel great to me. Didn't feel great. I hope the Epic BG they do in Midnight has some more modern UX. I'm always confused on the objectives in Epic BGs. And I think the most important thing on the whole user experience for BGs is just knowing your direction. You know which direction you're trying to push and all that. And since it has a sort of a MOBA feel to it, or it has that MOBA vibe, capture areas, you're helping NPCs push towards the other side. So it has that Ashran kind of feel to it. But I'm hoping that it feels a little better than that. I can't really express what I want from it, but I just hope that it's fun. I'll definitely be checking it out though. You finished it, but I did 7 or 8 characters full clear a week. Oh, so full clear of the ecological stuff. Alien space ghosts, orcs. Okay, y'all still on the allied race stuff. I hope they change the game. If they do bring back archaeology, it's got to be like totally different. Or I feel like it's got to be totally different from what it is currently. Okay, so what actually progresses me towards making them like into a, making them more integrated? So okay, welcome. Please select the status. So snakes. Removing the species from the oasis could have a catastrophic impact. This is not a recommended course of action. I mean, I'm not suggesting that. Yeah, I don't quite get what that message means. So yeah, what does this mean? Ensure all the creatures in the oasis are fully integrated into the ecosystem. Does that just mean do certain dailies that have to do with these, with these animals? So let me, oh, that's right. Shit, I gotta tell the guild about keys. Shit. My bad. Okay. Doing keys at the usual time. Doing high, gonna be high level keys. Starting with high level keys. So bring the thunder. All right. Anyway. Oh shit! I need a shit. Damn it. Edit. Guild. There we go. Lemon the boots from Midnight pre-purchase and a $30 set. They cover the. Oh, they do cover the feet. Oh, that's cool. Wait, what about the slippers? Is that a thing? Could have gotten some cool shit from Dragonflight due to the area being cut off from the world for 10,000 years, and Kazalgar has been split from the rest of the world since the Sundering. You know, there's an anime that I watched a lot of. It's almost done, but but don't spoil because I know that the manga finished. It's called Doctor Stone, and it's one part very sciencey, and they bring up a lot of science facts, but then it's also very much an anime where you see all sorts of over the top shit, and they point out that over the course of, you know, several thousand years, just about everything, you know, modern technology at least, would have just faded, would have been mostly disintegrated and or just like broken down into the ecosystem. Now, of course, WoW stuff is different because WoW is its own fictional sort of thing, but I also think to myself, okay, what else would have crumbled away on the Dragon Isles over 10,000 years? Obviously, all these things that are made out of stone, not so much, but just a thought whenever, you know, because WoW counts measurements of time in 10,000 years. So much stuff happened 10,000 years ago that we don't really know about. And so much has been happening in the past, what, 30, 40 years of the WoW timeline? It's like, oh man, what about the rest? Any word on the timing for turbo boosts? They said a few weeks after the start of the patch. So here's the guesstimation for that week. So So here's October, and I'm guessing that 11.25 will drop October 7th, and that the remix will start at the same time, because that's at least the language that they've given in their announcements. That that the remix would come with the patch, something like that. But this is just a guess, and then we've seen some PTR related stuff as well. And then 2 weeks after that, we'll start phase 2, but Turbo Boost will also start then as well. My hope, because we still haven't seen details about it, and I hope to see some details or like a patch date announcement soon, is that day 1 of the Turbo Boost is going to feel kind of like the original Turbo Boost, where you get like one piece of gear right away, and then every 2 weeks, then you get enough credit to get like another piece, and then another piece again, and then that's it. Something like that. That's the hope. So the slippers don't cover hooves, but they do cover troll feet. That's cute. What's up, Boomer? No work slick? It's been a while since I've well, it's been a minute at least since I've seen you on stream. Elemental Abyss is like 8 dungeon items. Ooh, that's rough. All right, anyway. Yeah, so how does this work? So let me just look this up. Ecological stability. Is it just like blindly do dailies until it's done? Alright, so for this achievement, you have to increase all specimens integration status by 9 ranks with what? With campaign and repeatable quests. I see. So the ranks are notated with these sorts of things. Okay. So this is rank 9, which is good. And I want to get to this species has become a foundation species. Okay. So do the quests, basically. Okay. Yeah, do dailies. That sounds good. So all these dailies correspond to a certain animal. Or at least some of these, because I don't think we see stuff for like everyone. So like here's a shutterbug, so I think this one I want to do. And then bees, nope. Okay, so that's it, I think. Oh no, there's these. So killer insect. What's this one? This one is Thorntail. I think that's the fox, though. So, not that one. Nesting upkeep. This is the snake one. So, I'll do snakes. Okay. And then racing. So, the rays of sunshine. Okay, so that one too. Okay. Alright, so now I understand how that one works. Rare sick day. Oh, no. Well, I hope you feel better, dude. Every week I go to the vault praying for a ring, neck, helm, or trinket, and every week I am disappointed. Rough. Alright. Let's vibe and do stuff. So, pictures. Yay! Too bad though, there's not like a certain animation where like this hook thing feels like more or less attached to your arm. That'd be sick. That'd be way cooler. Zooming Necro Ray challenged. Wait, I'm doing a foot race, right? I'm doing an actual. I want a bitch race. I want a baby race. Oh, it is a foot race. Okay, he's way ahead. How is this easy? Yeah, I feel like I'm getting screwed. Oh no! Oh, now, oh, that's sad. Well, it's not like I have to win, right? I just need to, like, finish. Yeah, race finished. Not won. Boop, 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 boop. No, no, no. What's the song one? Do, 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 do. Yeah. Alright, what's next? Shutterbug. So, you guys. Kind of feel bad for the folks who were like, oh man, these quests were like, you know, such a grind, blah blah blah. Like, oh man, why'd you do them all at once? You guys are nuts. It would have been cool if they actually gave more stuff, don't get me wrong. But it's like people knew it and they just kept kind of going to. Well, yeah, you guys are putting yourselves through a lot of misery here. You just got flamed on the bench podcast, bro. Troll tank of the week. Oh, that's kind of fucked up. So they'll straight up like roast people? Damn. You should sue for defamation. No, I'm just kidding. Wait, did I miss? I missed. How do I miss? A selfie. There we go. They roasted the shit out of you non-consensually. Did they... I'm wondering, like, did they at least reach out to you to be like, hey, we're gonna roast you. Would you like to make a statement? You know? No. Damn. That's kind of... Well, I don't know the rules on that, but I wouldn't be, I would not be pleased if I was, you know, put up like that without a chance to, like, be like, you know, I was having a bad day. Sorry, guys. Or if you just want to, like, flip out, you know, just cause lots of drama for it. All right, so now I finished. Okay, so I finished 2 of them already. Well, that's cool. Shit. Knocking them out. All right, let's do a roulette. That's high-end gaming, I guess, where you just get, where it's okay to just get flamed and roasted. See, that's why I don't. Oh, pugging? No way, man. Oh yeah. Now this is majestic. Yes. I feel equipped. All right, let's get one more thing. Oh, you know, I should at least do the weekly since I'm here too. Yeah. Give me the midnight shoulders. Let's go. We got a little bit of everything. We got an Antora's helmet, got the midnight pre-order thing. I think that's a Warlord's Gladiator sort of thing. Lich King shield. I forget where the mace is, and that's about all I remember. All right, Grim. See ya. Sort of. And it's a Wildhead Rider. Yeah, that, I don't know. I find that kind of off-putting. But, yeah. Like, if you're a streamer, that Kid Corb, if you're a streamer and they want to roast you, then in that case, I think it's kind of fair game. Or it's more fair game. But, yeah, I don't know. Something about that just don't sit right. But it's their show, so Um, okay, so I did. That's 3 dailies, but then I can do at least. I can still do 2 more and then get credit for the week. So might as well do that. So what are some easy ones to pick up? I think the easy ones that are like always there are like fishing and like some other stuff. Yeah, so like this one. That's a easy one. And erase the slate back alpha. Slate back? Oh, is that? Is that another one I can do too? Oh yeah, slate backs is one of them. Okay, cool. Yeah. Perfect. Is the app worth 120,000 gold? If you want the convenience of being able to, well, okay. If you don't have a vendor mount and you want a vendor mount, there's cheaper options out there for you. If you want the convenience of transmog outdoors whenever you want, then that might be worth it. But there are other options that you can get to do transmog on the field. I mean, okay, the only one available is the ethereal transmogrifier. That's a trading post thing. If you already have that, then I think you're fine. I don't think you need to buy that. But yeah, it depends on like if you really want like a vendor. Deadpool, hey, what's up? I'm doing good. Today's a very chill stream. I'm not, there's no like, huge goal that I have. I'm just going for like transmog stuff here and there or achievement hunting. Yeah. Seeing what I can do that will possibly work towards a war within meta achievement, since we haven't seen that. And from the looks of it, we're probably not going to see it until towards like 11.27. So when we're almost done. Player housing close every day, counting down the minutes. The minutes. That's rough. Good luck with that, dude. Yeah. There's the brand morpher. So I don't have it myself. So I know it does the whole thing with turning into brand, but does it also change your transmog? Because if it does both, then that's cool. But I don't have it, so. Glad Reforging was removed. Oh, me too. Like, to me, it's well, I mean, the hard stats, hit, expertise, those sorts of things that you need to checkbox, like those are gone too. So the whole point of Reforging, that's gone as well. It's funny because like people will talk about, oh man, they gotta bring Reforging back so I can maximize my gear. But you know what? Player behavior would not change. The only thing that would change is that people would be more broke. That's it. That's all that would happen. Because you would still have a best in slot list. People would still get butthurt over like, oh, this gear, it's not best in slot, so it's literal trash. So that behavior is not going to change. But you'll just go broke every time you change your gear. Or you'll just be spending a lot of extra gold. It's just the brand stuff. Okay. If you hate the guy, you can become the guy. I mean, that's the whole Stockholm Syndrome thing going on, right? I wonder how well Valera's going to work out. Because she's melee. So there's not going to be that sort of like, okay, I'm going to jump around like a crazy person. If I recall, the what's it called? The tank NPC in follower dungeons isn't that crazy. But then it's hard to measure because you have a whole party there, and so things just get weird anyway. So I'm wondering how it's going to be like with like just one person. Alright, slate pack stuff. Time Fortune, I think it should come back, however, it can only have a chance to upgrade within its own track, as in the Champion 1/6 has a chance to proc 2, 3, or 6, and so on. That would be kind of nice. I don't see any harm in that. Yeah. Actually, I know where actually, it would piss me off. it would potentially piss me off. Here's why. Let's say I really want to get like, you know, a certain transmog piece, and for some strange reason, when I finally get it, it happens to be like a hero 5 out of 6, which means I get the mythic version, which is great. But I really wanted to get the hero version because that's the one I don't have. But it Titan forged up, and I'm like, fuck. So from a transmog standpoint, I can see potential awkwardness. It's not going to be that bad. I'm just trying to nitpick and, you know, think of like, okay, what would be a bad scenario for that? And that would be like 1, but that's it. That's a baby potato. That ain't no big deal. It'd be kind of funny seeing, you know, some social media post being like, thanks Blizz, been trying to get this heroic transmog forever, only ever see the mythic one, but then, you know, of course, just get the champion version instead and then upgrade that, you know. So like I said, not that big of a deal. Oh, you're not gonna get me Slate back. No way. Woo. Oh, too good. Too good. Oh, too good at this game. Woo. Okay, maybe I should have done the harder version. Because this dude got slapped. I think I'm okay without it. You know, it could be there. It doesn't have to be. It's just a nice, fun little bonus thing. I think what it would do, though, it would be like a foot in the door for people to be like, oh, you know, it should Titan Forge into like the next track up, and then we're just kind of back to the original problem. Like, you realize what you're asking for, right? Right. Oh, dude, I'm smashing this thing. So now I just have the hard Karok. I don't know what those are. I think those are flying creatures. So I don't think any of these are around. So those are Thorntail and these. So I'll have to wait for Friday. Okay, so I'm almost done with that achievement. That's not bad. Okay, do a daily quest for each of the things. Okay, so I just haven't done that one. Okay, that's easy. What's this one? Contribute a total of 100 ore towards activating helpful contraptions for your fellow players during the courier mission or recovery world quest. I have no idea what that is. Oh, okay. Okay, this is the one I should be doing. So, brokers don't care how to win. Defeat. Oh, I gotta do the hard races. Fuck. Okay. Okay, well, there's that. Oh, I don't have that achievement back button. Damn it. Boo. Oh. Okay, so we gotta do those. That's almost done. And, oh, okay. Okay, I just gotta do the races. That's easy. So many times they make the hero mog fugly. Oh, not for paladins. For paladins, this is a big win. And a pet. Hey, a pet. Let's see if it sells. Where are you at, creature? Ooh. I'll try this price now. See if it goes. And then, okay, since I'm thinking about it right now, is there a ring that I have? Neck, finger. Okay, so I do have a finger that I can upgrade. I mostly want to upgrade it for the purpose of finishing up and graduating from Runed Crests, which I'm pretty close to doing. I think I'm just missing the ring and the belt, because everything else is pretty good. So I'm done here. Oh, let me do this. Let me do this turn-in since I didn't do it last night. That sucks. I could have done better numbers yesterday. Sad song. The visor from... Oh, does it hide it now? Oh, no. It's the hood that doesn't hide it, but the visor does. Which I think is, like, a tragic oversight. I hope they hotfix that. And if they don't, I'm going to write a very harsh letter. I think you mentioned, I think it was you that mentioned that last week, Elvis, that you wanted the Dawnbreaker ship, or like a boat mount kind of thing. Alright, so... yeah, we'll see if those go. There's a ring, and then do I have a belt at all to, like, eventually upgrade? I don't think I do. Oh, no, I do. I have a 681. Okay, so I just gotta max out these two things, and... or maybe something cool will drop at some point. By the time Turbo Boost kicks in, if I don't have it, then I'll just upgrade stuff and get it that way. So I'm almost there. Almost there. Actually, let me... I can't upgrade here, can I? No. I'll just go home. Or complete phase diving activities. Nah, I don't want to do that. I'm in no rush. I love the Halfall aesthetic too much, and the fact that they only have Belladar spawns as their faction purchase flying out doesn't sit right with me. I have a good feeling that we're going to see more of the Arathi in the coming years, so I am in no rush. I think we're going to see plenty of stuff. I'm still quite fond of the male Halfall set. It looks hella good. I think it's a really cool set. Sin Hot Lancer, hey, been a while, dude. How you been? And in 2 minutes, we'll see if there's like any news updates or whatnot. Crossing my fingers. Crossing my fingers. 500. Wow, that's... oh, and I have barely enough skill to cover this. Oh, you lucky. Wait, no, Iron... wait, hold on. Kicking it back. Jesus. Do you think I was just gonna, like, do shit for you? Jeez. Shameless, man. I'm gonna hope that he's just... he just made a mistake. Yeah, see? Oh, my bad. See? It's all good. Aviator mask and goggles of the Halfall set looks amazing. You've been busy. Oh, right on, dude. That's how it goes. No, the Arathi stuff has looked awesome. I'm going to love it when they give us, like, Arathi housing. Like, give me a bunch of that stuff. That stuff looks solid. Good morning, Degreesemer. Ooh, I'm killing the coffee today. Having a team that gets same gold cost for transmog that you do. I'm doing good. I am pretty much, aside from me using brain fog, COVID as an excuse for like brain fog, I'm pretty much fully recovered. I think I feel confident enough to go back to working out starting probably tomorrow. Maybe, possibly. Yeah, maybe. I'm feeling lazy. I shouldn't feel lazy. I'm feeling the gains, and yeah, it's not great. I gotta work on that. All right, let's take a look at new stuff to see if there's anything, please. Here we go. Brr, brr. Okay, sorry. Oh, God. Okay, let's do this real quick. And we're good. Okay, so it's a very easy craft that he wants anyway. All done. No problem, all done. Hear ye, hear. Actually, no, I lied. I gotta turn off the music. All right. Hear ye, hear ye, Hate Soul. That sort of thing. All right, so Legion Remix and the 11.2.5 content update goes live October 7th, as predicted. Love the art here. This looks really good. Get ready for fast, frantic fun in Legion Remix as you meet up with the Infinite Dragonflight once more, level new characters, and earn a variety of items to add to your collection. We're tuning things up a notch during the War Within Season 3 with increased rewards and improvements to help you gear up for your warband with Turbo Boost. Explore the updated cooldown manager. They just had to kind of smash that in. Okay, so here is the timeline to look at. So October 7th, we get the thing. We're going to get everything up to Trial of Valor, as we have seen, where we get the Art of Weapons, we get Keystone Dungeons, we get all this stuff, Order Halls, yada, yada, yada. 2 weeks later, things expand a little bit more with Nighthold, Karazhan, Suramar campaign, the insurrection stuff, ... and more. November 4th, so another 2 weeks later, we go to Phase 3 with Legionfall, Broken Shore, Sentinex stuff, oh boy, another dungeon, another raid, ... and more. And then 2 weeks later again, we have Argus, Seat, and Taurus, and there's no more and more thing. And then finally on December 9th, catch-up opportunities. Interesting. Remix content updates and more rewards. Interesting. Now, of course, this means that some folks will be able to be like, okay, cool, I'm just going to not do anything until September 9th when I can do the whole catch-up thing. So what kind of catch-ups? Is it going to be like, hey, I want to get bronze faster? Or I want to get like the infinite power stuff and that sort of thing faster? Because, this kind of sends a message to players as to like, okay, is it going to be worth being like a day one player? Because day one of the MOP remix was kind of a little bit haphazard. It was a little awkward. People were frogging and, finding super hyper spawns and exploits and other such things to get a good advantage over things. Meanwhile, folks that want to come in later, cool, they can come in later. And, well, I guess despite whatever misgivings that people might have and the messages this might send, at least in the end, people are going to be able to eventually work towards and get everything. That's the hope. Let's read more. What is Legion Remix? Legion Remix is a time-limited seasonal event where players can create a Time Runner as one of the original 12 Legion classes and replay the entire Legion expansion at an accelerated pace from level 10 to 80 with some major gameplay twists. Players power, face epic challenges, and earn a mountain of cosmetics such as yada yada yada. People have talked about the leveling speed as being really slow. compared to like leveling a character like right now, or especially during some of the other leveling events, they are right. Leveling in the Legion Remix, at least your first playthrough, it's not going to feel very fast because you're just kind of starting the whole ramp up. So that way, subsequent playthroughs with other characters, should you choose to do so, that's going to feel plenty fast. Because in the meantime, the rewards that you're working towards, you know, the cosmetics and whatnot, that starts at level 10. You're starting that right away. So it's not going to feel like, ooh, let me get to max level, and then I can start working towards stuff. No, you're going to be working towards stuff right from the very start. Players can take part in all 12 dungeons, one mega dungeon, 5 raids, all of the Legion campaign quests, local stories, world quests, class or all campaigns, and artifact quests, lines, Legion assaults, invasion points, withered training, and a partridge in a... The Infinite Dragonflight is accelerating all weekly lockouts, reputation gains, and class order hall missions, so get in and have fun. Yeah, so there's no mission table to worry about. The rep gains are super, super fast. You can get exalted in like a few hours of play, depending on the faction. And then as for the story, in Remix Mists of Pandaria, Eternus from the Infinite Dragonflight was trying to learn more about the past. Now, with the World Soul Saga heating up, she's looking into some of the events that have led up to what's happening now to try to understand more of what really saved Azeroth from the Legion. So what's new? We've added some new gameplay systems with an eye towards capturing the spirit of the original Legion experience. Our goal is to create opportunities for challenge and strategy that players will eventually dominate with epic power with these cool weapons. Instead of the cloak and gem systems from Remix Mists of Pandaria, we're going all in on artifacts. Every artifact weapon shares a powerful trait tree, and you'll choose a path to go along. Nature, Fel, Arcane, or Storm, because the Holy One sucks. You won't be... Sorry. It sucks right now, but you won't be locked in and can respec anytime. Now made easier with our new quick assign feature. You can control click to spend up to your remaining infinite power per... It'll be easier to respec. You know, just hold control left or right click to do it. You'll also find jewelry along the way that lets you add ranks to traits from any path, taking ranks from other paths, or boosting your chosen path beyond its natural limits. Mix and match to customize your artifact weapon. Throughout my coverage, I have like all sorts of different strategies, ideas, and things like that. And in the coming weeks, you know, especially as the remix starts, we'll dive really deep into like, you know, builds and other strategies to help you accelerate. Now for this Heroic World Tier stuff. Inspired by Diablo, Heroic World Tier is a new way to play outdoor content. Eternus is experimenting to prepare the champions of Azeroth for what could happen if things get worse. She's empowering creatures to have more health, more damage, and sometimes affix like buffs, empowering their difficulty and rewards. While you'll encounter tougher foes, if you can overcome them, you'll reap the rewards in the end. Pretty cool thing that they're introducing here. Very lucrative, especially when you start doing endgame. Eventually you graduate from it too. And to help you out are these time warped obelisks. Power up with time warp obelisks found throughout Legion Remix. These grant temporary but powerful buffs to players as they explore the outdoor world. It'd be cool if these were in raids and stuff too, but oh well. Then Time 1 Keystone Dungeons, which is gonna definitely be like the endgame. For players who love Mythic Plus, we've remixed things a bit more to create Time 1 Keystone Dungeons. We're bringing back most of the affixes from the original launch of Legion, which is very unfortunate, because Sanguine. And we're adding 4 new affixes specific to Legion Remix called Eternus's Trials. And then at the center of this are going to be these dailies, and they call Infinite Research. So, each day, players can choose new research assignments to undertake, such as killing demons, running a dungeon, collecting bronze orbs while skywriting, and more. With over 100 quests available and the ability to unlock access to take on multiple at once, you'll have plenty of options. So, like you'll see, like this series of 4. Once you finish one, you can pick up another one, and then maybe another one again, and then maybe another one again, until you like slowly run out of stuff, or you hit like this kind of upper limit. I'm not entirely sure how that works out, but basically you can pick and choose all sorts of different activities to do depending on your play style. You know, even if you see something like, hey, this normal dungeon. In this case, you need to do a normal dungeon using Raid Finder. So I'm sorry, using Dungeon Finder. So you do need to, it does kind of compel you to like actually group with random folks, which shouldn't be so bad, especially as you get to later phases of the remix and people are just blasting stuff. Each day, players can choose new research assignments to undertake, such as killing demons, running a dungeon, collecting bronze orbs while skyring, and more. With over 100 quests available and the ability to unlock access to take on multiple at once, you'll have plenty of options. You won't need to check in every day, and you can bank up to 6 days of quests that you can do when you're ready to take them on. So whether you're taking part in Legion Remix daily or only have time on the weekends, you'll be ready to go. This is a lot. I'm only halfway through the post. Are you serious? More loot. Damn right. It wouldn't be a remix event without lots of loot to collect. New rewards include mounts, transmog stuffs, a new shield transmog. I like how they really highlighted the one shield that you get from here. And then you get variant Felcrafted swords. You also have like a new green colored scythe, and there's like a whole bunch of new stuff. Legacy rewards include rare raid transmogs such as Xavius' Shoulders and the Scythe of the Omega in the original red, and they new, this one right here, a fell green. Other legacy rewards include rare mounts like the Lothan Prowler. Oh, is that the Fox one? I think that's the Fox one. Anyway, you also get the Shaker Urzel and the Violet Spellwing. Players can also gain new titles such as Chrono Scholar, the Infernal, and of the Infinite Chaos. These are not as easy to get as they're talking about. I think in order to get the Infernal, you need to complete a plus 40 key. Kind of a lot. Cost of loot. Bronze is making its return as a currency players can use to purchase cosmetic items only. Instead of upgrading your gear with bronze, upgrades will drop from all content. Harder content will provide a higher drop chance for upgrades. So, like I said, people have been talking about like the whole leveling speed and what have you. You start getting rewards right away, and unlike the mop remix, you won't need to choose to be like, oh, am I going to spend my bronze on cosmetics or do I want to get upgrades? It's like separate now. There's like a separate system for both of these, so you don't have to worry about it. You can start getting rewards right away. More character slots and early character conversion. This is a big boom. We're also adding 5 new character slots to all World of Warcraft accounts so you can make even more characters. You also don't have to wait for the end of Legion Remix to move your characters over to play with them in the World Within. Transferring your character will remove all remix-specific items and abilities, clear your quest log, and grant you a level-appropriate gear and gold. Any legacy items you collected, including unopened cosmetics, will be mailed to you. This is a one-way trip, so make sure you choose wisely before transferring timelines. To convert your Time Runner character, you just need to select it in the character selection screen and click on the icon next to it to convert. Please note that characters must be 24 hours old before they can be converted into a standard character in World of Warcraft. Converting a Time Runner above level 70 requires War Within. Interesting. And specific. So here they're redescribing the content rollouts. They're going to start things off with the original launch, and then every 2 weeks we eventually move towards Antorus. Each release will bring new content and new rewards to earn. Not too much more. And I do wonder, because we, on the PTR, we've only really got to test the first phase. We didn't get to test like any other stuff, so we don't quite know 100% what sort of activities will be available. Like, for example, during phase 3, that's when we see Broken Shore along with Deliverance Point. And on Deliverance Point, there's this large tower kind of thing. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know what's going to happen. But then here's like a reminder of like all the different phases and what's going on here. So let's see. And then get a boost. We're turning. And then here's Turbo Boost. We're tuning things up a notch during the War Within Season 3 with increased rewards and improvements to help you gear up your warband with Turbo Boost. Hero and Myth upgrade tracks will extend by 2. Crafted items. Okay, so that's normal. Soon after the release, Mythic Plus drop rates from Mythic Dungeons and Manforge Omega are greatly increased for Warband until equipped gear. Valor Stones may now be transferred across Warbands. Here's the thing I've been waiting for. Please surprise me. NPCs will visit Dornogold to offer powerful weapons, trinkets, and cantrip items from Season 3 dungeons and Manforge Omega in exchange for puzzle and cartel chips after adventurers have proved themselves worthy. Once again, up to 3 puzzle and cartel chips may be earned as the season progresses. Ethereal Void Splinters may be earned from these things so basically we'll be able to farm up catalyst charges. So they didn't talk about what I was hoping. The one thing that I'm not sure about yet is it going to be treated like Season 2, where the kinds of things that we can buy with puzzle and cartel chips, are they going to be just a hero track items? And do we need to meet some requirements to get myth track items? Because we're at the end of the expansion, and I would hope, or at least my expectation, is that they would treat this similarly to Shadowlands and Dragonflight, where instead of just giving us hero stuff and it's kind of locked out unless we meet a requirement, they give us champion level stuff, but they give us 14 ranks, and we can upgrade, these things that we want all the way up to mythic level because it's the end of the expansion. Why the hell not? So I think if there's going to be any outcry to come away from this for Turbo Boost, at least it's that. I think I say why not? Whatever. And then finally we have the cooldown manager improvements, which is like a nice plus. I'll cover that in like some of the video, and that's it. That is what's coming in this patch. So it doesn't look like we're going to get story out of this. If there is, it's going to come as kind of a surprise, or it might just come as non-gameplay content. It's going to, there's a book that's going to come out at some point. There could be like a cinematic that we get as we go into midnight, but basically 11.25 is the remix. A little bit afterwards, did they specify a date? I don't think they specified a date for this. So with the initial release, so it looks like right when 11.25 starts, we will get the additional tracks right away, which is kind of cool. But these things will not happen until, I guess, a couple weeks later, where we're going to get the Warbound gear. Let's see, Valorstone trading, and the chips. So that sort of makes sense. And I have some predictions. Like, so I was right. 11.25 on the 7th. On October 7th, phase 1 also starts around that time. My guesstimation, at least, is that the turbo boost will happen, will fully kick in, at least, on the 21st. That's because around that time, basically we're matching a similar schedule to season 2, where after so many weeks, that's when everything just kind of cuts loose. The timeline suggests that the 21st would be the time when that happens. So that's kind of everything that's going to be happening. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited? Are you hyped? Are you deflated because I've covered everything so much and now you know everything that's going on and it feels overwhelming? I don't know. But yeah, please like the video, subscribe for more stuff, catch me live, and I'll catch you later. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy. Cool. This is now a working stream. Woo woo. Players that max their weapon tree should unlock the weapon of their classes to have their appearance made available to... Wait. Players that max their weapon tree... Their weapon tree? What weapon tree are you talking about? I love a good excuse to level an alt that's not time locking a dungeons. I'm probably just gonna... I know that I'm just gonna do like the one character. I don't really need to do like a bunch of them. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. All right. Nine. Will the cross cat be removed as well late or at the start? I'm going to guess later. I'm going to guess later. So for a lot of people, the start of the patch is not going to mean much. Which kind of sucks. Because for a lot of folks, like those higher upgrade levels are going to mean, okay, gilded, right? I want to trade up my gilded for stuff. But I have a feeling that they're not going to lift the caps until the 2 weeks in. It's a good question though, because that was not specified. Well, I got what I wanted. I got my news. Damn, this is a long recording. Ooh. I'm definitely gonna get a number of comments being like, are you seriously just reading a post? And the answer to that is yeah. It's kind of kind of a normal thing I do. Okay. So, all right. The weapon tree is the artifact power. So, okay, so I think I get it. Players that max out their weapon tree, so any of the artifact trees should unlock the appearance of their artifact to make it available for all classes. So warriors have Ashbringer, that sort of thing. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely a crowd out there who's like, you know what? I don't care about class restrictions or the class fantasy and whatnot. I want to have a priest wear full plate skulls and an Ashbringer or something like that. And that's not a bad take, but I think that for the most part, Blizzard does not buy into that yet. Personally, I wouldn't be a fan of that either. I don't have any rational reason for it either. It's just like, oh, that seems kind of weird. I guess the closest thing is like, I want I still want classes to feel or at least look like they have an appearance that they call theirs for the most part. I mean, there are pieces that are shared across armor types, and there are like straight up cosmetic sets that it's like, okay, screw it, let's just go ahead and let anyone sport this look if they want to. Yeah, I think that's what I'll go with. I still want a class to look like a class for the most part. Some exceptions I'm totally cool with, and I've been a proponent for that. Come on. Oh, I need to close that. Can't have WoW running and this at the same time. All right. Warriors in Murloc pajamas, the exception, absolutely. Because everyone's got to sleep, right? Maybe that'll be like my night stuff for housing. All right, let's double check. Was there like another post? Please, please, please. No. Would have been nice. Would have been nice. Cool. So the PTR calendar was correct for the most part. Nice. All right, so I need to wait for the lag. What are we working on? I was just reacting to a news post that had just come out. Patch is coming on October 7th, which is pretty sweet. I dig it. All right, so that's good. Content. La, 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 okay. Woo for Legion date being confirmed. Now to just survive the next 20 days. I know, when's this come out? How many weeks do we have left? 1, 2, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Fuck. And it's gonna fly by, dude. It's gonna fly by. So in 3 weeks, we need to finish the raid. So tomorrow we gotta get Saldahard in, and that'll put us right on track. So let's count the minutes for that too. Keep hearing they're getting rid of Valor Stones. They didn't explicitly say that, but I think it was Ian who said, "Oh, you know, we're gonna be taking a look at some of the more confusing or redundant things, such as Valor Stones, and seeing what we can do there." But that's not really a confirmation of like anything. So it's just the confirmation of we're talking about it. But does it mean anything? No. It'll mean something when it actually happens, or when they actually make a announcement kind of thing. Until then, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't make any presumptions or set expectations, because you know how that goes. Oh, they're totally doing it. Although I do bait people into talking and bring that up anyway. But as for whether it's going to be an actual thing, no. It's a cool picture though, man. Wow. Kajaden, let's go. So, what is it? Hmm. $2.5. Oh. Let me get this upload started too. I think it's done. We're done cooking. We're just about done cooking. All right. Legion Remix, comma, Turbo, Boost, and more. ... and more. Clever. Clever. KJ was the only one out of the 3 with wings. I mean, he embraced it, right? Archimon's like, nah, dude, I'm way too big. I'm way too large to fly, man. And Kil'jaeden's like, yeah, but I get to fly. And Archimon's like, yeah, but then you gotta clean your wings and all that, and you don't even do a good job of cleaning yours. I mean, look at them. They're all torn up and shit. And Kil'jaeden's like, shut up, dude. And Archimon's like, you're a bitch. Look at you, I'm red. Oh, whatever, man. Yeah. I can imagine them like just talking mad shit to each other all the time. I mean, they've with those like 20 something, you know, over 20,000 years or something like that. Yeah. Oh, go. Blog post until what's gonna happen? The what and when of patch 1.2.5 of the War Within. Cool. Posts is right there. Did I cuss? No. Pretty sure no. Alright. Sanity check here. It's not done uploading. Oh, it's only halfway. Dude, this internet connection. Oh, dude. Let's do a quick look and see if fiber's available. I check this like every week, and I don't think I've checked yet. So let's see. Once again. Tragic, man. Tragic. And we are... Come on. Nope. 2 minutes. All right. I think that high X art URL from Alt Draenor is actually Kil'jaeden's daughter. Would make sense why he would steal Velen's son out of revenge and why in PTR URL referred to Velen as uncle. They did turn some toggles on PTR for the boost, so there's that. Okay. Got to run Mr. GM through a dungeon in Remix the other day. He was level 2 and I couldn't beat it alone, so I offered my services. Right on, dude. It has a line that goes, always believe in your soul. I don't belong to anybody. Except my wife. No, I'm sure that's not what. But cool. So, like clockwork. The predictions were right. And yeah, and I was pointing out that the time gap between patch 11.1.7 and 11.2 was only 7 weeks and not 8 weeks. So in this case, they're just kind of making up for that lost week, and we have a 9-week gap between 11.2 and 11.2.5. So yeah, they kind of rebalanced it. And now we're probably more than likely going to be back on the 8-week schedule between this and 11.2.7. Which feels huge. So, part of me wonders if 11.2.7 is going to include the trial. That's going to be, it's not going to be like huge, but it's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be coming in. Like the real meat and potatoes of player housing needs to be ready in approximately 11 weeks, something like that. So that's a pretty big deal. My browser can't... Shut up. Don't give me that. There we go. So that's fine. That's fine. Okay, cool. We work. And let's... 11.2.5, right? I got that right. Release date announced. Lead to remix to Rubus. Okay, cool. And more, but not that much more. Not that much more. Okay, so let me post this on socials real quick, and then we'll get back to whatever the hell it was I was doing. So, picture remix and partial boost begins October 7th with the patch. Exclamation point, paste link, and go. Okay, cool. Yay, all done. All right. Let's get back to video games, shall we? Glorious 240p, I know. Still trying to see if they flipped the vendor on, but the crafting item is the same cost. 30 for gilded, 15 for... Wait, 30 for gilded? That is... Oh! You're talking about the extra... The bonus, I don't know, right. Think that housing vendor will be a thing in Legion, or is the name removal of the housing vendor a sign that they were trying to do a joke about being late and we've been waiting for so long for houses rather than a real vendor? No, I have a feeling that it is in, or that it's going to be in. They didn't want to hang it, and they don't want to hang it in front of people's faces, but, you know, cat's out of the bag. We know it's going to be there. If they really wanted to, if they wanted to cancel it, then they would just remove the NPC outright. It would just be gone. No NPC, no... you know, they would remove the stall and all that stuff, but they didn't. So it's just a matter of it'll just kick in when it kicked in, and it'll be when 11.27 drops. That's it. But no, I don't think they did it as like some, you know, half-hearted joke or whatnot. That feels a bit too embedded into the BTR for people to understand. Yeah. They could joke. They can do it. They can think of other ways to joke about it than that. Like social media would give them more coverage there on that front. All right. So where was I? I think I was just doing rando stuff, right? Yes, I was doing random stuff. And then I said tonight I was going to do keys. Let me see if anyone said anything yet. It posted, right? Okay, it posted. I think Fell said he was going to show up. We'll see if he pops on to stream today, and then I'll ask him. Because he seemed pretty insistent. Yeah, he's going to come because he wanted me to use his keys. Yay. I'm looking forward to that one. All right. So is there an achievement that I want to go towards? Not that one, not that one, not that one. No amulets. I already made that. All right. So what's a thing? Where have I not gone to in a while? Like I was doing a bunch of like a little bit of everything. But is there anything that I'm like really still like missing? Or should I just go back to the classics? Because there's still stuff that I haven't gotten. Like I still haven't finished like Molten Core stuff. Yeah. The Fellowship is basically a meme at this point. Kind of. I mean, he has been showing for raids. So that's cool. And I think it was just like the one time this season where he didn't show up or he ended up bailing. But that's how it goes. Yeah, we're going to do old shit. We're going to Molten Core. Woo woo. If Cheryl killed Jaden's daughter, it would feel poetic that just as the deceiver turned to orcs using the fell, his daughter would corrupt the Magcar using the holy light. I wonder if we're... Oh, shit, I'm going the wrong way. I wonder if we're just kind of like... Like, they opened... You know, Blizzard opened the door with the whole Magcar allied race questline. There's some really heavy implications from that. And I'm hoping that it's not just like a one-off thing, that it's just, okay, hey, we planted the seed there, uh, we'll pull from that when the time comes. And it could be any time when they feel like getting around to it, or when they feel like injecting it into like, okay, now we're going to make it part of this particular story because there's this light thing going on. I think it'd be kind of cool if instead of World Soul Saga, that something like Urel comes back for later. And by that, I mean... Teleport, dude. By that, I mean something with the Arathi Empire. Because the Arathi Empire is like very aligned towards the light. They seem to be very oppressive with that too. So that seems to be Urel's vibe. And I'm hoping that, oh, yeah, maybe that'll kind of line up. Barely talked about the Lightbound. Eventually, the Azeroth. I hope that it leads to a Siege of Stormwind where we have Exar Hellscream as a raid boss. I mean, the whole thing with... I guess the problem that I have with that overall, with Urel and everything, is that they have to worry about their own universe and timeline first. Why do they care about coming to a different timeline? Is my big question. I mean, the whole thing though is that it's an alternate timeline. So why would they care? Or why would they care to break in? And do they have a timey-wimey way of doing stuff? John Grenade, what's up, dude? Somehow we connect the Arathi Empire with the Lightbound and end up with a super light fascists. I'm pretty sure they won't use that word, but it'll definitely wear the uniform. Lightbound could come here after signing with the Infinite Dragonflight, which is undergoing a civil war. Oh, that could be a connection. Yeah. The light's bit funky with space-time too, right? I don't know of any references where, you know, the Naru are like, oh, let's fuck around with time. I mean, if anything, they would try. If anything, their whole vibe is they would rather freeze time if possible. You know, that's their idea of, you know, maintaining order and stuff. That's like I said, I'm kind of mixed on it. Like, I hope it's not a one-off thing because that's interesting, but it also would feel really forced in. Like, how do you bring them in? If anything, I would imagine that the Arathi Empire wouldn't be interested in the Lightbound because they're outsiders. Yeah, I know you're with light and everything, but you're in Rome now. Know what I mean? You're gonna follow our rules, and would the Lightbound really adhere to that? I don't think they would. You know, if anything, the Lightbound, they're more like zealots because they're willing to just destroy the whole damn planet. At the Arathi Empire, we don't know their motivations, but it's probably not that. Who thinks the Eternus' fashion of the Infinite Dragon should have a name to differentiate them? I don't know. The light did attack the Shadowlands, so they can travel between realities, and if there's no alternate timeline Shadowlands, if there's a connected reality, they did have a route anywhere. I know I'm wrong about this, But my interpretation of the Shadowlands is that it's just a place. Yeah, there's a veil of sorts that, you know, that separates it from other places, but it's still just a place. You know, brokers just in ethereals, they just go there, right? Kind of like how you just go to the twisty nether. So you just need to know how to get there. That's how that feels. The entire magical space thing fucks with time anyway. We established that time does not work the same way with the Army of the Light. Well, that wasn't so much the Army of the Light. That was more them, if I'm remembering my lore correctly, that was them spending most of their time in the Twisting Nether, where time just is weird. And time still passes by, it just passes by in a weird state. But yeah, I thought that was a whole Twisting Nether thing. Unless that's more Titan propaganda. That's the really shitty thing about WoW lore, is that you can't trust anything. You know, their idea of telling stories and whatnot is, you know, from different points of view and stuff. Like, it's an okay way of telling story, but they weren't consistent about that. They just kind of decided, oh, you know what? No, that happens to be your point of view. They just kind of walked that. They kind of walked back those facts and turned it into something else. And that's, you know, that makes most of their writing just unreliable, which sucks. DK Extraordinary goes to Shadowlands to get the horse. Seems to be a different dimension. Yeah, but like I said, you just need a way to... It's not like this super forbidden, oh my god, you can never go there. What's up, Talion friends? Hey, we're doing old stuff. This is just what's on screen. We're mostly talking about... I don't know why we're talking about this. We're talking about, like... the Lightbound and how they can be introduced into the story and how it's kind of weird and all that. But yeah, hi everyone. If you guys haven't heard, the next patch is going to come out the week of October 7th as predicted, which is pretty awesome. Turbo Boost is gonna start in a weird way. Legion Remix Phase 1, that's going to start, and the grind begins. Chances are we're going to have like all sorts of promo stuff going on too, so we can expect things like a drop, and hopefully if they have like sales going on, I can blow some gold and do some mountain giveaways and all that too, so it'll be fun. Yeah. In the meantime, here I am stuck in purgatory again because there's still stuff that just never dropped for me during the collection event, so I'm just gonna end up doing this forever. I really should do like other well, during the collection event, I'd say like the biggest winners, aside from collecting, is people who are just like slamming the harder instances for just vendor gold. That was huge, man. That was a really, really lucrative thing for a lot of folks. Even just doing regular transmog runs, as long as you're doing a lot of it, it came out pretty good. Maybe after this one, I'll see like what other BFA stuff I might be missing. Because now that I have even more throughput, it'll be that much easier for me to get stuff done. Oh, you know what I should do too? Because I still haven't gotten around to it. I still haven't done the... What's it called again? The last raid in BFA. Nyalotha. I haven't done the Nyalotha skip yet. And Nyalotha is a big pain. it's a big pain to run. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. The Lightbound and Scarlet Crusade is as a tag team. I don't see that either. Because the way I look at it, at least, like, well, the Scarlet Crusade, for the most part, it's been kind of sucked into to Marin Trollbane's kind of thing. Like, she seems to be like, okay, I'm going to take all these disparate humans, and now we're going to be like this thing. Would they really want to bring in like the Lightbound, who were all aliens basically? I don't know. I kind of have. Oh, I forgot Magmadar. I have my doubts for that one. So the Lightbound are like, okay, I guess they don't really care. They'll take anybody. So if anything, I would say the Lightbound would suck them in and be like, nope, you're going to be part of us now. Screw you guys. I don't care what you think. You want to survive, you roll with us. But then, yeah, I don't know if those humans would feel. I don't think they would vibe. Got the Alcir, literally the same run where I finally unlocked the skip. Typical, right? Get it. Get it. Human supremacists and the Arathi are a more likely pair. They're both okay with mixed elves. Oh, were they okay with mixed elves? I don't recall that. Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, the Arathi breaking off and sailing and going west, that was done long, long time ago. I don't know how many years, but considerably long time. So I can see them being like, okay, that's just kind of a natural thing. But then outside of that, outside of their people, whether it's humans and half elves, yeah, they don't care, or they are all about themselves. We need to bring in Garithos to the lore, focal character in the Blood Elves past, and why they hated the Alliance in the first place to defect to the Horde. I think that kind of, I feel like Garithos is a bit understated when people bring him up in conversation, like, because we only get the context of like how it felt in the RTS, but his shit's pretty significant, right? Like, you think about it, your capital's razed, most of your people are slaughtered, there's not too much left, and then you're being like kind of like thrown into the wolves by your supposed human allies and being used as like meat shields for the most part. Like, that sets up like a generational grudge, because it goes well beyond being, like just being kicked when you're down. It's like, yo, you're trying to extinct us or something. So when I see conversations about, well, the Alliance, they were always, aligned with like the humans, or the elves were always aligned with the humans and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but it's not like it's this infallible relationship. But it's also not like everyone agrees universally either. Some folks forgave, some folks weren't involved, they were chilling in other places, so they just weren't around for that. But like the Blood Elves, the people who were there, well, they'll never forget. Could have gotten the Scarlet Crusade led by a child or grandchild of Lord Garithos. Don't call him Lord. That guy was a jackass. He wouldn't last long in today's Azeroth with the human kingdoms. Like, he would have been ousted or something by now, for sure. All right, come on, surprise housing news, please, 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 please. No. There goes my hope. I'm pretty sure that's going to be like the attention-sucking news for the week. I was kind of hoping for housing stuff, but There's still lots of questions that people have. People really want to know about exterior housing, and we still haven't had like enough of those questions answered yet. Feel like I'd love to see the working. I want to see the dock work. Yeah, I'm with you there. You know, take me to. Well, I mean, Suramar would be a sensible spot because it's a horde city. Yeah. That and the relation, the relationship, thanks to Lorthamar and the Lysra, like that deepens it too. We're overdue a 0.7 build on the PTR. How come? We don't see builds before patches are out. Unless you're just talking about an encrypted build. I mean, it's not like that does anything for us. I want to know about the monthly challenges of what exactly would be needed and how the scaling works for large and small communities. Yeah, I'm curious to hear more about, because I've been comparing endeavors to the Traveler's Log, like as a, hey, it's basically this. I know that's kind of crude. I usually don't like just using language like that, but I don't know how it works, so that's pretty much all I got. But it definitely has those vibes. It definitely feels like the Traveler's Log, but it's shared across your whole neighborhood. And the expectation I have is you can do all sorts of tasks, but there are specific tasks that might be related to that endeavor's theme that will give you more credit to that. So like, let's say one of the endeavors is like Dark Iron stuff. You can do 25, you can kill 25 raid bosses and get some credit towards that. You can do some dungeons, you can do some delves, do whatever. But if you go to Molten Core, which is something that's kind of sort of related to the Dark Iron, you get more credit, as opposed to like other raids. I think that would make sense. And then you would do some of that stuff as a group. But that's the simple way of doing it. They might think of complicated stuff that might feel a little bit, it might feel like too much. But they can do it. Still, oh, I got a wand. Hey. Oh, I gotta wear it. Damn it. I don't know if I'll have the will to do that. Alright, let's go to another random spot for like Mog stuff. I think, wait, doesn't all the things do a suggestion for like random things to go to do? I thought it did. Because I wouldn't mind that. So, not that one, not that one. No, I don't think it will do that. Oh well. I'm here. We'll go to, we'll stay in this area. It's a good comparison, but like, will some communities need to do like 100 dungeons in a month or 20 or 50? It sounds like it shouldn't be a one person. No, it won't be. ATT random. Okay, thanks, Nolgar. And I guess the other thing too is that at the very least, at least you'll be able to jump to other, like there are a couple components to it. Like there's fully progressing the endeavor, so that way you can unlock the cosmetics or the look and feel of your neighborhood for that month. But then there's also doing tasks towards getting yourself credit to buy stuff. So people are going to be incentivized on an individual basis to complete activities and stuff that will probably happen to go towards those endeavors. So, and these are people who are interested in housing. People who don't care, they don't, it's not a big deal. They don't need to give a shit. And I appreciate that at least. Maybe a Zeppelin tower that connects to Halifal. Halifal or Rothi are cut off from their empire with accept sanctuary within their Thalassian cousins. I don't know. Like, it did feel like they still feel like people are outsiders, and it was Farron who was the exception. It's like they don't necessarily have to roll out the red carpet. They just need to have their doors open, if that makes any sense. Alright, where's the dungeon? That's not the dungeon. This way. Yeah, since I'm here, we still got an hour left. I'll hang out in this raid. We'll go upstairs, we'll do Blackwing Descent, and then I'll do the random stuff. Oh wait, not that way. I was about to nuke her and wipe myself instantly. That would have been... Wait. So we still have to do the fight normally, right? I can't just nuke her in one shot. Oh yeah, I'm just curious. I want to see what happens. Boop. Yep. Same thing. Okay. Hasn't changed. Just checking. There goes that science experiment. I think we should get specialty profession objects on Tekor. I'm tired of having to fly around looking for a moonwall that actually works. You'll have to explain that some more. What are specialty profession objects? Let me in. Oh man, this reset takes a while. Like, this will open up eventually, right? Because, yeah, there's the boss. Okay, it's slowly respawning. But, yeah. Oh, wait, Razorcore is doing something. Wait, what are you doing? Yo! I gotta get out of here. Help! Ah! Oh, those things. So the profession tool kind of things. Okay. Now I would like to see profession tables. Oh, there's a certain role play in it though, like the Thunder Forge. I know it's a big pain in the butt to get to, but I guess it's that question of when does the unable to zone while encounters in progress. You son of a bitch. Really? Okay, I guess you don't want me here. So random, go get them. So click this button to reroll using the active filter. Boom. So Sunwell Plateau. You know what? Sure. Let's go. Since this place is clearly like not cooperating with me. Yeah, the reset thing would work, but... Oh, butter. Okay, let me see if this works. Nope, doesn't like me. Screw it. You suck. Yeah, because it says an encounter is in progress. So yeah. So don't nuke the boss right away. It's bad. It's bad. Now, can I go into any other raid? That would be tragic. Alright, we're going to Sunwell. Because all the things told me to go to Sunwell. Okay, you still need a Moonwell to cleanse Mooncloth. They just removed the 24-hour cooldown used in Burning Crusade. My mistake, the Moonwell in Stormwind, and so this works. Yeah, so there isn't like a consistent kind of thing going on. Sunwell. Shatra. Yeah, I wonder how it's going to work in Midnight. Like, if the zones are going to, like, very drastically change, are we going to still be able to access the instances in Midnight? Or do we need to use a Bronze Dragon to change it into, you know, the past in order to go into there? Probably Bronze Dragon. Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. Because it's like, how much of this is going to like change? Is it going to be like physically bigger? That'd be kind of cool. You rage baited? I don't see you haven't said anything. Oh, are you talking about the comments? I think I remember you saying something about, you know, I like that the remix is a little bit slower, and then people were like, "No, man." So whatever. Okay, at least I can go into this raid. Yay! Like an NPC or just go to the old version. New version will be at the Eastern Kingdom's entrance. It could be like an alternate entrance too. Like you know how there's like going to be a new Magister's Terrace, and like there's one entrance that we took, and the other one. So like think of Tazavesh. So in no, that's wrong too. Never mind. Never mind. I'm cracked. Oh, the new one. Okay. Well, that's way too soon. I haven't looked at that one yet. But thanks for the engagement. That helps. Or like Skullmaster. Yeah, it could be something like that. It can be that easy. But I think that would also be confusing for people too. Oh man, I went to the old useless NGT. Sorry, let me run back over and go to the real one. So either or, really. I don't really have I don't think I have a preference, but I think that using a Bronze Dragon would be more cumbersome, but less confusing. Does that make sense? Of course it does. Okay, so how did that track again? I just closed it. I should have like left it open. Oh well. We're full clearing the damn place anyway. Though the zones have time travel in, I need to get access to a classic pre-cata versions of the zones so we can redo the old quest at the very least. If there's a reason to, sure. Yeah, absolutely. But if there isn't, then, you know, they can keep the current portal to Ghostlands and then replace terrain instead of a dragon. Oh. Basically, I'm sick and tired of how we're stuck in Cataclysm for too damn long. Yeah, but I think I think most of the consensus would suggest that people want to move forward. You know, they want to see like zone updates and stuff, a world revamp, yada yada yada, instead of, hey, you know, we need to bring back the vanilla stuff. That's a great idea. You know, I'm with that, but I think for the most part, people want new shit. They want zone updates. They want the world to not look, you know, pixelated like this. They want finer details. It's like, how long can we put up with this? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Okay, it's just a decorative, symbolic wall thing. But boy, this really brings me back to the let's see, when did TBC come out? 2007. Really brings me back to like the Xbox days. Yeah, Xbox days. I think PS2 as well. What'll be wild will be to see like all the different references, because here's something important to point out. We've had Dragonflight, and we got introduced into like all this dragon lore and past dragon stuff. We got introduced to the Earthen with the War Within and their storyline and all that stuff. With Midnight, we're seeing an already existing playable race that's been around for a long time. So it's gonna feel like at least the start of this is going to be like the Heritage Armor questline on Triple Crack. It's gonna be like wild, and Blood Elf fans are gonna love it, and everyone else is gonna be like, ugh. I'm so tired of elves. And then the people who are like all in for Blood Elves and don't like Night Elves are like, nope, this is good. We're fine with this. Players are fine. Players are fine. Shut up. Be quiet. Sit down. Sheer amount of Orca World revamp would be makes it super unlikely outside of slow roll piecemeal. Oh, I a bajillion% agree with that. I often refer back to the whole Cataclysm thing. Like, how many people we got in chat right now? Like, how many of you guys did all the Cataclysm zones? Actually, no. How many of you just haven't gotten or whether you have them or done it? Like, chime in. Like, have you done them? I still haven't done them. You know, to me, that feels like a cool thing that WoW did, but ultimately felt like such a waste too. I don't know. Like, that's a big investment to cater to, I don't know what kind of audience. So I just feel like it's one of the reasons why Cataclysm is like one of my least favorite expansions, because they put so much attention into that. Yeah. Come on. Ugh. Let's move it. It is here, right? Pretty sure. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh man, I guess it's been a while since I've done this, huh? I know I had to wait a really long time for that one dead dragon to pop up, but forgot about this. Just got back in here in 2007. Welcome back, dude. World Revamp. Here we come. You know, people are going to Silver Moon City to like redo some of the RP. I'm going here, baby. But it'll be very cool to get a whole bunch of Blood Elf transmog. That'll be sick. I hope we don't just get red stuff, though. Red, Horde player, cool, but red is not my favorite color. I mean, all the old zones they redid, I've done working on the achievement. I didn't have a grandfathered in. That's the reason I did them. Did the full run of Cataclysm twice because faction change used to nuke credit. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, I've only done enough questing to get all the shields from quests. That's about it. So I've had to make like an alliance character to get that done as well. But once I got done with that, it's like, I feel, oh, what's this? I've never noticed those wings. Huh. Yeah, we never got those. They look kind of neat. Shadow Sword Vanquisher. Shadow Sword Commander. What an exclusive club that has like these black little devilly wing things. Must be nice. Oh, wrong way. They show some. No, they did have some cool transmog. No, I dig it. That city life, man. Yeah, I've never taken a good look at these NPCs.
Misery, depravity, confusion, hatred, mistrust, chaos.
These are just demons, right? Yeah, they're just demons. I'm like, are those Draenei? But no, they're Eridar people. And there's like the little baby Archimons there. It's like you have Kill Jaden, and then you have Kill Jaden with the wings, and you have Archimon, who's like a plucked chicken. Oh, what's wrong? Where do I go now? I go this way, I think. This doesn't look right. No, I gotta climb up. Appreciate your foes. Yeah. Got some cool wings, dude. Fun fact, the twins end up alive at the end of Legion because they side with the Warlock players. Oh, I didn't know that. That's neat. Oh, I gotta kill him twice. Hold on. There we go. I'm crossing my fingers for neutral housing, though. I know that was a conversation that people were having. More recently, it's kind of fallen off since the Gamescom news started to peter out. But I really hope that for early access, they're going to have whatever's ready. But I'm hoping that for Midnight that they pivot a little bit and they do a big push towards like some sort of neutral housing too, or like just alternate non-housing exteriors. I would definitely would want that. So Kil'jaeden has like these little Eridar dudes, little Archimonde. Well, I guess they're just Eridar. And Archimonde is just a giant. Because otherwise I was gonna make like some sort of joke that Kil'jaeden keep little baby Archimondes as pets. Just to tease him. And Archimonde's like, man, stop being so mean. And Kil'jaeden's like, ha 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 ha. Just to be a jackass. Alright, what's next? So, change search filter. So, okay, I don't know what any of that means. So let's reroll. Boom. Everforged helm. Oh, that's crafting. Again. Rebel Spike Epaulets. This is a zone thing? Oh, that's expansive. Next. Heroic Uldir. Heroic Uldir. Sure, let's go. Uldir, so that would be Zandalizi. Right? Yeah. Uldir. Hey, I'm in Nazmir too. How convenient for a change. It feels like this month is going by kind of fast. Kind of. Okay, where's the spot again? Crap. Oh no, it's not up here. It's out here. There we go. There we go. And heroic, it said. Yeah, a month seems to be blazing by. But it's also not fast enough. I'm like, come on, player housing. Let's go. Heroic.
We cannot let this monstrosity stand between us and Gahoon.
And then at some point I'll check my mail. Grab all the stuff.
Initiated. Plasma collection.
Oh, really? No, die. Jesus. Doesn't help that Gamescom was near the end of August, and in September there wasn't a lot of news. And we can't have news all the time, but it was noticeable. You know, after all the hubbub of season 2, it's like, and all these overlapping events, and now it, you know, it felt like there's less going on because, I mean, in fairness, we still have the season going on. A lot of folks want to get like those goals done and out of the way. Never came back here to Soul. Did they fix the mythic mechanics for one player? Yeah. I mean, like the other month, Sin, there was a whole bunch. There was this whole collector's bounty event. Ahead of that, so people can farm up BFA stuff, and yeah, they made it very solo friendly. Just go in and smash. If you're level 80 and you have at least like level 80 gear, it could be like starting gear, turbo boot, or you know, boosted gear, whatever. Like, you're fine. You're more than fine. Okay, I think I should have been able to like jump off way earlier, but oh well. No, I loved Uldir sets. They're sick. Some of my favorites. It's funny how, you know, something like this. I mean, I know it's like it is a Titan facility. But like more than I think this place happened to lean harder than any when it comes to like, okay, let's go all in with like these Titan looking weapons and stuff. Like when it comes to super ancient progenitor stuff, Titan stuff was way more interesting than like Zereth Mortis stuff. It had a cool vibe to it, but I definitely prefer the Titan vibe. Yeah, Gahoon's just annoying. But yeah, let's see how. I forgot what it's like in Heroic. I don't think it's that bad.
You have been keeping that abomination alive?
The more Lovecraftian, the better. I'm not fond of old god stuff. Old god stuff to me is a turn off. The swords are the only things that carry Zereth Mortis. Those looked okay. I like the shield. Like one of the shield models looked pretty cool. And I have this. I don't know. I liked the warrior cheer.
What is this creature?
Like there's a certain thing about the whole chest. It has like the whole space suit sort of look to it. Not all the pieces, but I like the chest. Oops, looted by accident. But I got a staff. Ooh. A regurgitated purifier's flame staff. That looks kind of neat. Yeah. Can I mount? Nope. Who dares? Now can I mount? No? Fuck. Oh, there we go. Actually, I remember there being multiple sword models. Some look way cooler than the others. People would be farming those liquid light swords forever. Oh, the Skittle swords? Yeah, dude. So if that's what you're talking about, okay. I thought you were talking about specifically the raid. But no, those swords are awesome. They look so good, especially if you put like the certain enchants on them. They make a really cool contrast. I dig them. Love the wolf if he gets flying animation with swinging one first. It was cute. Oh, from Zereth Mortis? I thought it was cool too. I was sporting that one for a while. Ooh, Heart of Azeroth 93, hell yeah.
Have infected all life on the surface.
I do wonder, like, over in the Arathi Empire, did they deal with anything? Did they have to deal with, like, an old god of their own? Did they have to... Yeah. Did they struggle at all? Or was, like, everything over in the Eastern Kingdoms in Kalimdor, and then Arathi Empire was just able to thrive, and, you know, now they're, like, super advanced, and they have, like, cell phones and shit. But I'm very excited to visit there sometime. And to loot the place. And to steal their housing. And to make it my own. But I want to go there first, yeah. Thing I really hope is that when they do Shadowlands Tree Colors, that there's a black sword. Oh, that'd be sick. Shadowlands remix. Oh boy. We made it fun this time, guys. We promise. Dude, what would Torghast be like in the remix? Because Torghast itself is like this whole... Torghast itself is like this whole thing. So what would that be like? I could see the whole damn remix, the whole Shadowlands remix being based off of like anima powers. And just going nuts. Torghast and remix is just the beta version. Oh yeah, that could be a thing. Come on. Like, I do remember, like, when Torghast did finally come out, and people were talking shit, and people were saying, oh, it's too short, and blah, blah, blah. Like, something that I would have loved to have seen is when you defeat the boss, you know, once you have your powers, you defeat the boss, whatever, there should have been an option to just keep going. I want to climb higher. You get no new powers. You know, you just kind of go with what you've got. And then climb as high as you can. That's it. That's all they needed to put in there. And I think that just as a fun little arcadey thing, Torghast would have felt like a more fun thing to do. As an activity. Oh, let me see how high I can climb. Maybe there'll be like a do-nothing feat of strength or a title or something like that for climbing really high. I don't know. So it would feel kind of like, you know, like a Mythic Plus sort of thing. No timer, none of that stuff in. Just see how high you can go. But no. I think when they announced it, it was Paul Cubitt who was talking it up. So I'm gonna put a face on it and be like, okay, he was the one who was in charge of Torghast. You can blame him for everything. I'm joking, and I'm super serious. Torghast was fun in the early versions, just endless roguelite. I've been disagreeing. That will never change. I thought it sucked in the early versions. Because it was only, like, at least from my experience, Torghast was one floor. It was one floor, and you hoped that you got the good powers, and when you did, every other floor was just like a face roll. Until you get one shot, and then that was it. So I thought it sucked, but I am very much in the minority on that. So it sucks to be both lonely and correct at the same time. It's an awkward feeling, I admit. / sarcasm. Alright, next. Console.
The rest is up to us. We will put an end to Gahum's disease.
I do fondly remember when Consecration had like a 500-yard range or something like that. That was... Well, though it did suck because it didn't line of sight. If it didn't line of sight, I would have been like, oh, this is the best. And I would just start the match and consecrate and wait. And I would watch as mobs like try to make their way towards me, but then fall over and die. That would have been hilarious. But that's not how it turned out. I had high hopes for it. I had very high hopes for it. Come on. I'm not hitting these hard enough. Sheesh. Yeah, they're supposed to like... Oh, they barely get touched. Oh, heroic sucks. These behave way differently. Ugh.
Pestilence and a vast, bubbling, putrid cyst will cover the world.
I like breaking the hell out of ramp builds in almost any game. Ah, I see. Okay, can I out DPS it? Come on. Come on. Yes! Nice! Okay, so you can eventually do that. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Okay. How sad. That's kind of messed up, huh? He's like stuck in this little hole thing. And he's like, raw, and then you just beat him down anyway. That feels really mean. But I can still loot, so it's all good. Oh yeah. Anyway. Done there. Next. Blood Maul Slag Mines. Oh boy. Alright. So, Garrison. And, Heroic, I think it was? Heroic. Alright. Okay, this all the things, random thing is kind of cool. Just like a quick go here, farm that, get a thing, maybe you'll get it, but I'm not gonna bother looting. That's a big... Oh, you know, I should turn the add-ons on so I can at least loot the gold, because I'm like missing out on like all that gold. So that's my bad. All I'll get is like the vendor gold, and that's it. So something auto looter. Then I gotta turn off auto loot in the game. And good to go. Oh shit, is this heroic or mythic? Mythic. It said heroic. I think they dropped the same appearances though. I reset. I didn't change the difficulty. Oh, you doofus. Alright. Third time's a charm, right? Dungeon stuff. Boom. Okay, now we're good. And we're doing the roulette. Let's go. All right, so you know, the check boxes are kind of obnoxious, but I can live with that. All right, so oh yeah. Yeah, them, the creator for this add-on, the whole fixing of the shoulders thing, that's a big plus. That's a big plus. Now we're ready. Oh yeah. It gave, oh, it really gave boots from the, oh yeah, it did give boots from the new set. Nice. That's random for you. Oh yeah. That's right. I said I was going to at least loot gold. I gotta pay for these transmog bills somehow, man. Yeah, I do wonder too, like what's gonna happen with are the transmog costs in fact going to change after the stat squish and item level squish? There's a chance. There's a small chance it might change. $5K per slot, transmog coming up. And like something to, I think a very important distinction that should be pointed out too is when the time comes and we can change our outfits, you know, change whole ensemble wardrobe thingamajigs. I'm hoping that the cost of it is on a per slot basis and not just like a flat fee. Like if I just want to change one thing and it costs 1,000 gold to do it, okay. But I think it would be nice. It'd be a nice quality of life change if they were to just make it based on how many slots you actually change. Just saying. Oh, right. You're not the real boss. Gotta hit that guy. Oh, you know, that's a cool model. Now I'm really looking at it. Yeah. That's a neat elemental model we haven't seen anywhere else. Cool. Change your sets as a scaling cost like respecting used to. No, I don't quite see that because you have multiple, you know, you'll have multiple sets, so you need to have individual scaling things. I don't think that's necessary. I think that complicates it a bit much. That's more, you know, more scope, more testing and implementation and bugs than what's necessary. So I hope they don't go that route. They'll do it. They're gonna do it. Oh, that's the same model. Oh, okay, wow, that's instant recycled content right there. Sheesh. But we don't talk about that. Not here, at least. Okay, I think I have time for one or maybe two more things, depending on what I'm given. Hopefully it's just a dungeon, not a raid. I haven't done a whole lot of dungeon farming for transmog. It's mostly been like raids. Because I finished everything there was, I finished getting all the shields and then I just stopped caring for the most part. Push the cost to change sets over the cost of buying a new set slot infinite gold sink. Well, I believe that the cost of buying a new set slot is going to be cheap. Or at least it's not going to be that bad if you want to get more, if you want more slots. That's how they have been saying it. Okay, open all the things. That's weird. They've said that numerous times. So we'll see if they hold themselves to that. Throne of Thunder? Nah, too long. Give me a dungeon. Gladiator gear? That's not happening. Emergisil? Nope. Vendor? Nope. Nope. Temple of Sethrulus. Sure. Sethrulus it is. Is the thing up? Can I go back? Yes. Come on, take me to Uldir. Oh, this is the first. I've never walked into Temple of Sethrus on my own. Except maybe like 1 or 2 keys. And that was it. Yeah, this is like another country to me. Oh, hey. World boss. Nope, it's dead.
A dangerous threat lurks nearby. Destroy it before it preys on innocent lives. The fearless are distracted. Rain death down upon them from the skies.
No spoilers, but I'm just reading something. I'm just reading a message. And I'm going. Anyway. Temple of Seth. Oh, wait. What difficulty was it? Shit. It was heroic. Heroic. Let's go. Yeah, this is the first time I've tried soloing the place. So I shouldn't expect anything, but I know there's like some mechanical stuff towards the end with like an eyeball or something. I don't quite know what it means, but we'll see. Oh, I thought that was the boss. Oh, it was the boss. There were 2 of them. Shows how much I know. Or maybe left. I don't know. This game, dude, it's old. It is older than a whole ass generation. You know, we've had generations of gamers. I wonder if there are like, is there anything in the in the terms of service about like passing off your account to like your children or anything like that? I don't think there is. I think for the most part that's like quote not allowed. But it's something worth having their legal people, you know, do something about or explore. Alright, is there a boss here? Yes. Where is the boss? You look like a boss? No, you're not the boss. Let's clear all these guys then. That looks like a boss. Boop. Ooh. Oh wait, a ring? A ring that goes for 35,000? Bullshit, dude. Get out of here. Who posts these things, man? Jeez. Giving me hope here. Or I remember they took away like the whole transferring of accounts or something like that. Okay, now what? Whoop. Wait, is this the boss? Oh, it's a boss. Okay. Haven't looked in a while, but I know from most services, if you even mention that the original user is dead, they just close out accounts without giving you access. Oh, that sucks. That would be a stinker. Ooh. Alrighty. Okay, so here's the part where I'm not entirely sure. I think I go here. Recover the jewels and place them back into the sockets. Okay, so here's a thing. Oh, are you serious, dude? No. Oh man. My momentum. When do you think we'll be able to transmog our gloves, bracers, and boots separately? Bracers I can see, gloves I can see, boots feel really specific. Right? If we wanted to, the only reason to transmog your boots separately is to pull off like trying to look like a bum or something. Like, hey, I want one foot to be barefoot, or I want them to mismatch because, you know, my champion of Azeroth has fallen on hard times. You know, that's all I can think of. But gloves and bracers, oh, absolutely. I totally want that to be a thing. Like, please make more outcry for that. Good thing I managed to find all the Legion Paragon boxes to get all the mounts. And I think a lot of veterans, they've made a lot of headway into Legion for sure. Right? And I would kind of argue that in more recent expansions, it is easier to get to complete appearances during the expansion because of like the catalyst and things like that. That's helped out a lot. Which would make an eventual remix not feel quite as effective unless they add like a whole bunch of like recolors and stuff. And I'm cool with that. I think that would be fun. Dude, even in a future world, I'm thinking way ahead. Like if they someday do something like a die system, I think it'd be kind of cool to have, like, you know, in a future remix, exclusive dies, you know, that otherwise aren't normally available. You know, they could still do that. Can we raid someone at the end of the stream? Yeah, sure. I saw you can move catalyst charges when turbo kicks in. They'll help a lot finishing the sets during the actual season. Yeah, that'll help. I mean, I know that, you know, it'll help the folks that have trouble, like, wrangling all these different pieces of gear. It's like, oh, man, I gotta do this, do that, to make it work. Yeah, that would be nice. Can I just max them out now and done? No. I'm trying. It's not working. Okay, I guess I gotta do these guys first and then do it? Or do I gotta go through like all these different phases? Heal and reduce, taking, oh, it's reduced by 100%, okay. So, boom. Oh, and there's breakpoints. So it's not like, oh god, what's the name of that? Lethendro, something. The one from ICC. I can recommend a streamer that has low viewers. I'll take a look. I usually like go into people that I know, or who I know of, help them out and all that. But I'll take. But if I don't see anyone on, then yeah, I'll take a recommendation. I don't want to accidentally send you guys to like some, you know, rando WoW streamer. They're like, oh hey, yeah, thanks, man. You know what? I really hate minorities, and I'm like, oh, what have I done? So, Valithria, there we go. Yeah. Damn these dragon names. All right, so we're done, right? This is the last one. I'm pretty sure that's the last one. Yes. And loot. All right, let's take a look and see what we have back at home. Separate foot transbox would be cool if we had a cast transbox, but that's the thing though. Like we can only think of like so many situations for, you know, the reason why you would want to separate foot transbox. I mean, go ahead and do it while we're at it, right? But if there is, if there's like any sort of like time budget, it's like, oh, we can squeeze some things in. I would say gloves first, followed by bracers, followed by feet. That's it. Oh, mailbox right here, buddy. All right, let's see what we get. Oh, my inventory is so fucking full. Hold on. Crap. Yeah, it's all bad. All bad. Oh, I didn't even make that much room. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Sad song. Oh, we're in a bad state. Oh, well. It's alright. It's fine. It's fine. Certain Roman gladiators often had different piecemeal armor body on them depending on what they are. Yeah, but they probably at least kind of matched. You know, like, what would be another condition? You know, if you're pulling off that sort of like gladiator feel, and it's like, okay, my right foot is my dominant foot, and that's the one I use to curb stomp dudes, and so that one's going to be like heavily armored because that foot's up front. The other one, not so much, and I want to be a bit more nimble. You know, so there are conditions. But like I said, if there's a, I would rather tell them to do like a simple thing rather than to be like, oh, you got to do all these things at once, and they'll be like, okay, we'll get around to it when we get to it. Like if we can get one thing sooner, do gloves. That's my big thing. And my inventory is very not happy. Very not happy. Oh, we're struggling. I'm getting transmog though, so I'll take that. And I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, the rest of the stuff is just like stuff I've been trying to sell. So like, oh, male legs that haven't sold. Okay, let's try to sell that stuff. Oh, and there's a pet that I need to try and resell too. Oh yeah, my shit's a big mess. I was down to like 60 slots, I think a week ago, and then time went by. Then time went by, and then it just became like all bad. So let's try that one. Yeah, I haven't added, where is it, the Delver things? Yeah, that stuff needs to get added. Those need to be added too. So like, sell those and those and those and those. Where's that Delver stuff? So that can go. So that takes care of a few things, and then take care of these. Yeah, and a bunch of stuff to sell. Oh, I'll just point that we don't get Magistrix Elison's crown as a mod reward from Remix. We'll see. It seems like we're going to get like everything. It seems like what we've seen from testing and the achievements is most everything we're going to get. But I do wonder, you know, technically we've only tested phase 1 of the remix. We don't know we don't entirely know what's going to happen, if there might be something new introduced. And the remix will be around. It's going to be still active by the time 11.27 comes out. So there's a chance there might be more stuff. Mail add-on, what's it called? The mail add-on that I'm using is TSM. Actually, no, the one that you saw? Actually, I don't think any add-on was running at the time. Yeah, I'm not using any add-ons for this. I'm just using like the normal mailbox. But I do use TSM for mailing stuff out. Yeah. So before I forget, try to get these things back up on the market. Yeah. Or bag add-on. Okay, this one's called Sorted. Sorted is what I use for the person who is sick and tired of icons. Haha. All right, so I want to thank you guys very, very much for. Ooh, this is exciting. Anyway, forget what I said. I want to wish you guys well. Have a great rest of your day, and let's find someone to raid. Actually, yeah, that's what we're talking about. YouTube folk, yeah, I'm going to be heading out, so feel free to dip. Twitch folk, though, let's find a place to raid. Let's try to craft something, too. Okay, so who do we know? Background noise for professional procrastinators from Bluetooth. That's a possible click. So maybe her. I haven't rated her in many moons. Do I see anyone else? Hazel's on for 3 hours, but I think she'll be wrapping things up soon. Sure, let's go with that. And if she's ending soon, whoops, my bad. Yeah, Kraken Latte is a typical regular. All right, so I want to thank you guys again for coming. Big thanks to Taliesin as well for bringing folks over. For those of you who had stuck around, I'm glad that you stuck around. I appreciate that. Off I go. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all for the next thing. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay breezy. Bye. And that's it. Okay. So.